What is going on, people? Welcome back to another Red Army Rant Pod. Very last minute show, very last minute decision. I decided to do a show with the lads, but it's about time we do another one of these shows per year. We do one of these Glazes Out shows every single year. And guess what? I should do this more often. Because guess what? I don't do enough to call these scum that have ruined my football club and have ruined what could have been the most successful club of all time, potentially. You know what I'm trying to say. So make sure you guys are liking the video and subscribing. Follow the lads. I will plug their Instagrams. I've got Ray, King Khan, lads.
Big up.
We're in the
Yep.
depths of hell with these guys, but listen, hopefully there's light at the end of some tunnel that we can definitely get out of. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, big
Well, if
up,
any,
guys. Big up.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, that's all right.
No, go ahead, Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah, big up, everyone. Big up the chat. Yeah, we're here to talk about, well, I call them Glazers now because they're in bed with them. Uh, what they're doing to our club, mate, and what has annoyed me the most that I've heard about this season, and the excuses I've heard from last season to this season. And one of the biggest ones is oh, we ain't got no money, so we shouldn't be buying these players. We did it in the past. And I'm like, have you not seen the past of United? Have you not seen the DNA of United where United go and get the Rio Ferdinands, they go get the Bests, they go get the Charltons, they go get all the best players and pay them money to win.
Ronaldo's, yeah.
Ronaldo,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, Ronaldo's, and pay them good wage to go win and stuff. They got Van Nistelrooy, they got all the guys that you lot follow and you lot love. United did not go in the past and go, you know what? I'm not going to pay him 250 a week. Why? Because it's too much money. They paid them. So all these guys who are chatting this nonsense, it is nonsense, should be calling out Ineos for fooling you, thinking that they don't want to pay the money. It's not that United can't afford the money; they don't want to pay it. Are fooling you, making us Brighton, making us Bolton, buying these. We link with Emirates and all these guys. Okay, Emirates might be all right, but it's 20 odd. Why are they buying these guys? Because they don't want to pay the wage. Not because we are doing it cheap and look at Tottenham and Spurs. They're doing it because they know that they don't have to pay 20-year-olds 250 because they'll take 150 and they'll take the bullshit that you guys are falling for. Not this channel, not the guys in the panel, not the guys in the chat probably, but some of the majority, some of the fans are falling for this rubbish, telling us that, yeah, I like what Ineos doing because we're not getting ripped off. How are you getting ripped off for wanting one of the best, for one of the top players in the league? You're not getting ripped off. You know what I mean? And this board needs calling out because they're destroying the club. They're destroying what United is about. We say we're one of the biggest clubs in the world. We say that we're one of the richest clubs in the world that gets the revenue, but yet we're acting like a second division team, a championship team, budgeting our way through to a summer. When the excuses were last year was, oh, we ain't got Champions League, so we can't afford to pay so and so. We can't afford to pay this guy. We can't afford to pay that guy. We're in the bloody Champions League, and now we're still budgeting. And these fans are telling me, yeah, it's good, it's good. How's it good? What? Oh, yeah, we bought Santos. Okay, Santos might be a good player in the future, but he was on the bench, fourth place player off the bench. This is amazing because he was 50. Tillemans, okay, but they only bought Tillemans because he was 35 million release clause. And who in the hell put that there? If Tillemans was worth 70, 80, forget about it. You wouldn't buy Tillemans. You wouldn't buy it. And now they're studying around Corny. Imagine that. Jesus.
Struggling to
Bro,
get Coney.
struggling to get Corny for 51 million because it's too much money.
He
And
plays
I'm just
for
thinking,
Roma. He plays
yeah,
for Roma.
Roma. And I'm glad this rant rage show because I'm high and I'm ranting already before 10 o'clock because I'm just fed up of the bullshit of Ineos and the bullshit that they sell the fans and the bullshit that the fans are taking in and just be like saying, oh, it's okay, we don't want to spend any money, we got done in the past. Bro, we only got done in the past because we bought shit players, not because we were buying good players. All the players that we overspent for, nobody wanted. But these players that are on the market today, people are wanting them, and United should be in there getting them, not being scared and walking away and say, "Oh, you know what? I don't want to pay." So who are you going to pay for? BC class team, and then try and tell me that they're the great. Anyway, boys, I'll put it over to somebody else because I'm
love, bro. Justin, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate your
eat it, bro.
Please get some sleep, though, my guy. I know it's late for you over there in Boston, but get some sleep, my guy. Take care, though, Justin. Thank you so much for your love and support as always, bro. And you know which football club to support. You know you want to start watching football, Justin, and I know which club you're going to support. And I'm making you the fan. I'm making you a fan of Man United. I'm gonna buy you Man United shirt. But when I come visit you in America next year, Justin, when I come visit you in Boston next year, I'm bringing you that United shirt. And we'll go to a Celtics game together. Big up to you, man. Big up Boston Blue as always, man. Big up to you, bro. If you want to jump on, let me know. I'll send you the link, bro. If you want to jump on. But yeah, Ray, do you want to shout out your Instagram or anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, sorry, follow me at my Instagram at raycarlbrown. I might be ranting on there even more this season.
Yep.
Because also the way they've treated fans, they're sending fans around telling us, kick people out of their season tickets for years. People's been going since the 80s, and they've kicked people out of their season tickets. Kick them out. Say, oh, it's AI. Well, no, Ineos, you're AI. You're bloody AI. You're rubbish. Ask something. I'm not even gonna say the last word I want to say. But yeah.
What y'all talking about? The bum arse owners, bro.
The bum ass owners, bro. Okay, let's where's Rant because I could rant.
Make sure you guys also, if you're a Manchester United supporter, only this is for Manchester United supporters only. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, join the Discord. Yeah, the link is in the chat. And make sure you guys also go follow King Khan. King Khan, if you're there, but you want to shout out your Instagram or anything, you want to shout out your page, if you're there.
Is it?
He'll be back in a minute, actually.
Yeah. So
make sure you guys are hitting the like button as well, people. And make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Subscribing to the channel. I can't even talk. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Make sure you guys also turn that notification bell on so you don't miss anything. You don't miss any uploads. You don't miss the live. You don't miss all the content coming your way. Now that the World Cup is over, we're going to get back to normal content. United content is coming back. We've got football-related transfer windows. Premier League shows are going to come back very, very soon. I think the season will be upon us in a month. We've also got the NBA shows coming very, very soon. Justin will be there for that. Make sure you guys also go follow Forever Boston Sports. If you're a Boston sports fan, if you're watching this video, make sure you guys go follow Forever Boston Sports, Justin's channel.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like I said, show love and support over here by hitting the like button and subscribing if you're new. 33 more subs to go to 700, guys. Let's get there very, very soon. We're gonna get so close to that 700 mark. But before the season starts, let's get there, guys. We've got a whole month away. You already know what to do. You already know the drill. But anyways, let's get there. And then watch it on my channel as well. Oh yes, we're doing that show on your channel. Yes, we'll be there. And NBA shows will be weekly on your channel, bro, and then monthly on my channel. Monthly on my channel, weekly on your channel. I'll see you there for your NBA for everything. So, like I said, make sure you guys go follow Forever Boston Sports. I'll be on there a lot next season. And Ray, you're also more than welcome to join the NBA.
Yeah, man, I joined up for the NBA. NFL, I need to get back into it. Yeah. Because the Cowboys always let me down, so I'll be like.
You're a Cowboys fan.
Unfortunately, yeah. Don't tell the world.
But don't worry, I'm a Patriots fan. We're suffering too.
Hey, listen, you've done way better than us in the last decade.
We lost the Super Bowl though. That hurts.
Bro, we've not been to the Super Bowl in 20, 30 years, bro.
Yeah, I know, but Patriots shouldn't be losing Super Bowls. We're the biggest franchises in the world. We can't be losing Super Bowl like this. We don't have Tom Brady. Even though we don't have Tom Brady no more, we should still be losing. But listen, back to Man United for
back to
man, you hit the nail on the head with the Andre Santos thing. Like I said, we mentioned this on yesterday's show as well. Andre Santos should not be starting for Manchester United. No. Yes, I hope he does well, and I hope he comes off the bench and provides impact. And I hope that's the case. But he should not be our starting defensive midfielder next season.
Nope.
He shouldn't be our starting defensive midfielder next season. I think it should be. We should have tried to sign someone else. I mean, hopefully we try to sign someone else. Hopefully we try to sign someone like, was it get Manu Kone over the line? You know what I'm trying to say. And I was hearing the news of Sarah Emery. Hearing the news of Sarah Emery, bro, I'm all for that. Man. I'm all for that guy. We need to bring him in ASAP. Sarah Emery. He needs to be one of the guys through the door. That is a good sign if we can get him done. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, man, I hear you. I mean, this is what I'm saying. We can't not sign good players, mate. You know what I mean? Just because we want to cheap out the wages, we should be able to get the best players in this club to play for us, and they want to play for us. But what they've done is lied to the fans and made the fans believe that players just want money. Well, no, you pay for the best players. You don't lose the top players because you don't want to pay for them. You don't want to pay the wage, and then trying to blame the player to say, "Oh, he never really wanted to play for United because he wanted 250." But we gave Wayne Rooney 250. I'm sure Ronaldo was on that sort of wages as well. You know, I mean, we've always given good wages. It's just this what big clubs do. It's like what we said, like what we were saying off camera. Imagine Real Madrid went to Manchester United when we sold him for 80 million, and then the fans turned around, and then the club turned around. Oh yeah, but we don't really want Ronaldo. Why? Because he's demanding 250 pesos or euros.
Ronaldo back in 2009, saying no to 80
Yeah.
million. Now we're saying no to 80 million Tchouaméni. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine Real Madrid said, nah, forget it. It's too much money to Ronaldo. He'll want 250 euros or whatever they want. And he'll say, nah. Bro, Real Madrid will shoot you. People will shoot you in Real Madrid for that, saying that.
I don't condone what they did. I don't condone what they do, but they'll do all that shit.
They'll do all that, yeah. Trust me, they'll shoot you. They'll say.
But their fans care, though.
That's the thing. Because they're not owned by some bullshit owner. They're actually owned by the community. So the community say, hell yeah, bring him in. Yeah.
They're owned by
That's why there's Galacticos.
To be fair, the royal family runs them, to be fair. They're called Real Madrid because the royal family.
I think what it is our fans are just stupid. That's what it comes down to. I mean, this actually gets worse. You know, Ray said that some of the fans believe we don't have the money. Yeah, some idiots believe that. Some fans actually say that we shouldn't spend that money. They don't even say we don't have the money. They say we shouldn't spend it. And I have to call them out. The Sarcasm City TV flawless guy.
We're not calling him out here.
But I gotta do it myself.
Nah, Flawless is my guy. Let him be, bro.
No, I'm not gonna call him out, and I'm not gonna call out other fan channels, but
Flawless is my guy, bro. At the end of
I'll call out the fans, yeah, but not the names. And so as Kin said, you know, you don't want to do that. You don't want to spend it. Why don't you want to spend it? And I've always asked these questions. Why don't you want to spend it? You're forced to be Manchester United. You can't tell me you don't. So you don't want Tchouaméni because he might cost 250 a week, or you don't want that player because he might cost 300. So is it your money? No, it's not your money. Actually, it is your money because you're paying to watch these boys. You're buying their shirts.
But the majority of the money they make is not from us.
Exactly. So it is your money, but yet you. Yeah, but yet you don't want the best.
Yeah, because we're not playing during the off season. It's the sponsorships from preseason. Yes, the tickets are also there, but at the same time, like, you know, the money is coming from the people, like I say, from their own, like, you know, they have to put money into the club, and if they're not putting money into the club, we're relying on, you know, sales from merchandise, fucking ticket sales, God knows what we rely on. You know, TV deals, Champions League money. You know, these guys ain't putting their own money into the club. They're using the money that they get. You know what I'm trying to say? They ain't putting their own.
But it's pretty obvious, at least to me, what the Glazers have been doing this whole time, and now they got Ineos as their puppets. The reason these people were saying these things is they actually pay for bots and they leak things to journalists to try and influence the mind of the fans. That's why the fans will say, "Don't pay for this player, don't pay for it." No fan was saying that 20 years ago. They're saying it now because they think they're free thinking, but they're not. They're seeing all this nonsense information on social media, which has been fed to them by the club. These journalists that are reporting stuff, it's not a leak. It's on purpose It's been done on
Thank you,
purpose to try
bro.
and alter the mind of the
Tony-
fans. And I've even heard some fans saying, "Oh, it's the job of the scouts to, don't overpay for these players. Just find us some gems somewhere." I mean, what kind of nonsense are we talking about here? How often do you find a young player who's ready here and now? You don't. You got to find some. You got to find some 25, 26-year-old who's actually in their prime, already been developed and is ready to go. Not a player like a Lenny Yoro, who people were saying is Real Madrid quality and all of that, but in reality, does he look ready? Of course
No,
not.
exactly, man.
And they've been doing this for years and years. You've got to get someone who's ready right now. That doesn't mean some idiot fans are going to name some old guy. No, not an old guy. Like I say, you want someone 25, 26 roughly. He's not old, not young. You don't need to like go through growing pains. And most of the time at a club like United, that won't work anyway, because you're being watched all the time and you need results straight away. So you can't exactly do those growing pains. You got to get the done deal. But they don't do that. Instead, they want to go for old men, or they want to go for the really young players. They don't want to go in the middle because probably
Exactly.
it costs them money in the short term. And always bullshit about how they don't want to spend money. Well, yeah, they don't, but they do. They do spend money on shit. They're paying Mason Mount 250K a week just to be sitting down the whole time. They're
Exactly.
paying Bruno Fernandes. They gave him a pay rise actually. And when Bruno was saying to the club, like, you know, he's saying, I was talking to Saudi. The club just allowed him to do that. They didn't even say to Bruno, why are you doing that, or you can go. They just allowed these players to call the shots. They don't go after the players. They just go after poor people that work at the club, like cleaners. Real heroes, They let the players
Yeah.
do whatever the hell they want, and they'll just scapegoat poor people that work there as cleaners or whatever.
Or dinner lady or something. To say, oh,
Yeah.
she's too much money because she's earning what, minimum wage or UK based salary, you know.
Mm.
But yet you're
Both.
keeping the money for whatever.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes makes her money in half a day.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Okay, no worries, man. No worries.
You know, and then what pisses me off most, guys, is that they say they do this because they want to pump more money in the club for players, but yet they don't want to buy them. So, and that's how you get fooled. Exactly, mate. And that's how you get fooled. They say, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll sack the dinner lady, we'll sack the cleaner because we're saving money to buy players. You have an opportunity, and then you turn around and go, nah, forget it. We don't want to pay the wages. So what's the point?
There's always PR coming out of the club last summer, and what they were saying is because we don't have European football, we can't sign top players. That was
Yeah.
complete bullshit because Spurs finished 17th, right? They finished one place from relegation, and guess what? They've completely humiliated us in the transfer window. Two of our top midfield targets out of like three they've taken. The club wanted Chouameni, they wanted Tonali, they wanted Anderson, they wanted who's the other guy that Spurs got? Yeah, Fernandes. All these players the club wanted the whole season, and Tottenham, a much smaller club with way less money, who's finished 17th, took Tonali and Fernandes off us because we
Well,
didn't repay. And
this is what I'm
from what I'm
saying.
hearing, we didn't even make a bid for half of these players. We didn't
Exactly,
even
man.
bother.
And this is what I'm saying to you guys. I mean, look, that bullshit about Champions League has just been blown out of the water, as you said, by Tottenham. Just been blown out of the water by Tottenham because Tottenham.
If Tottenham can do it, we should be able to do way
We
more
should have
because
been able to do it twice over.
higher revenue. Yeah, we have higher revenue, and also we're like a more desirable brand than them.
I think it's a total package, bro. I think we're looking at a lot of things here. I don't think it's just PR. I think it's more to do with the internal,
No, I don't think.
I think the agencies behind the club as well. I think you've got some of these, you got people pulling out PR for the club as well. So like, yeah, I mean, agents.
I think
I got to say one thing. I got to say one thing that's also really important to say. So the 1958 were doing these protests. So why is Goldbridge, why is Saeed saying, retweeting them? Why don't you go do your own protest? You guys have got a huge amount of fans. Fucking go there and do a protest then. But they want to just retweet the 1958. But when they get called out, they say,
Saeed did organize a protest, but nobody ended up going because he thought it was.
When was that? When was it?
Back in lockdown. I remember.
No. But he has way more fans now.
No.
It's not
But that's what I'm trying
lockdown.
to say.
No, but it's not lockdown right now.
He organized the protest, but the thing is with him is that nobody turned up because they thought it was some joke. Because the fans thought it was some joke, but it actually wasn't. He actually tried to organize a protest.
Yeah, but the times are different now. One, it's not lockdown. People know he's serious, and three, he's got a much bigger reach now. So
yeah,
these guys need to step up. They need to step up and make constant excuses with these guys. I'm actually getting to the opinion that all of them are just somehow getting paid by the club in different ways. Because when it really comes to it, they don't want to actually force the change, which they can do. If you have hundreds of thousands of people subscribe to you, and in some cases millions, of course you can get these guys and tell them stop buying the bullshit, come to the protest, and let's call off the games. Well, they don't want to do that. Instead, they want to be whining in front of their millions of fans they have, and nothing actually gets done.
But I don't think they're all. I see the problem is what that Lumen said. I don't think the problem what fan channels have is not everybody's on the same page. Because you have fan channels that will be supporting the bullshit, and the other fan channels will be calling them out. And this is the thing: if more people were calling them out, then people like Goldbridge and all those other guys can actually get together and say, "Look, this is what all the fans are saying." But then you have other fan channels who are like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Ineos doing a good job. What are you complaining about? Oh, United are changing. I believe in the board. Back the board." So how are you going to get together? And that's what Lumen said. How are you going to get together and say, "Look, half of your fans, all your majority of your fans don't like you, but then you're going to get other fans, so you're never going to get together." They need to call them out. Everybody, all these fan channels need to call out the Glazers like we are doing, like Globus is doing, like some other fan channels are doing. Call them out, and then the other channels were like trying to support Ineos to say, "Oh, well, hang on, these boys have got a point because look what's happening. Look what's happening. You know, we're losing our season ticket. We don't really buy any players. The quality of the players are going down. Yeah, I'm going to join this," but they don't do it.
Yeah, but if just one of these channels told their supporters to come to a protest, something could be done. But they don't even try really. That's what it comes down to. I think, they're doing it. They're probably just protecting their career. They could maybe even be making money from the club somehow as well in other ways. So,
yeah. But I also blame the goers. You know, the regular season goers guys who are just going to be paying their tickets and be happy to be, oh, well, I supported United since the 50s and 40s. You know, the men in the stadium could make the noise as well. The men in the stadium could not even go to the games. The men in the stadium walk out.
They do in Spain. They do in Spain.
Like
if you're second, and even if you're top of the table, you're not performing well in terms of performance. They boo you. Like their fans are quite well educated over there, but the ones that we have in the in English football, a lot of them are just really easily fooled.
Well, a lot of them are just too laid back. A lot of them are just too. They go to the pubs, they drink the drink before the match. They'll be drunk during the match. They'll be singing the song, the chanting. We won't be playing good football. We lose the game. Then they'll go on these WhatsApp groups and then they'll go, "Oh, you're negative. You're always negative because you're always complaining. Oh, I've been watching United since 1950s, and oh, I'll follow them in the conference." And I said to them, "Well, you're part of the problem because you go to the game like I go to the game, which I stopped going to the games now because I'm sick of paying the money you charging me and not giving me players and good football. And you're just happy to be sat there." And then they're trying to argue with me saying, "Oh, would you follow us in the conference?"
They're happy to fail.
They're happy to lose. And they'll argue with me, King and Akavin, about, "Oh, you will disappear if we go in the conference." I said, "Well, look, this is where you want to go. This is when people give up. You want to go to the conference. I don't want to go to the conference. I want to stay in the Premier League. I want to win championships. I want to win UCLs. I pay my money too, but I'm not going to sit there going, oh, well, if I go to, I'm a real supporter because I'll be following them in the championship." Who gives a fuck? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You might want to do that, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I say it proudly. The reason I'm not going to do that is because it's shit football. I don't want to waste my time watching that. And secondly, most importantly, the club has got no excuse then to be either be winning everything or being very close to it, because it's got the most money, it's got the most fans of any Premier League club. That means it has the biggest revenue as well. So what is the fucking excuse? What is the excuse? There's no actual excuse.
Exactly, no excuse, mate. Because they get the most revenue. I bet next season when we in the Champions League, they will say, "Oh, we've made the most money that season," and we probably won't win bugger all, but they'll say that, "Oh yeah, we're close to 800 revenue or 900 revenue, whatever the case may be," and then they'll still won't push to win. You know, we're a brand. We're not a football team. We're a brand.
No, but this is the thing, though, Ray. Like, you know, it's all well and good spending money. Like we've spent. I'm not going to deny it. We spent a lot of money, right? That's not a secret. But the standards of the club are a joke. It's like you wanted to spend that money, but you don't have the standard to want to win trophies. You don't have the standard to demand winning titles. All you care about is demanding top four. That's why when managers come in, they say, "Oh, we demand top four. We have to get into the top four." I remember when Amorim came in, or Ten Hag came in. His first aim was to get into the top four. And the next year, he said the same thing. And the following year, he said the exact same thing. He was clearly a puppet for the Glazers, right? You know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said the same thing. You know, he has to finish in the top four. You know, all these managers come in and saying to finish in the top four. It's the aim for the football club now. Not anymore winning Premier League titles, not anymore winning big trophies. All they care about is qualification, and that's it. You've done your job. They ain't gonna spend anymore. Your aim is to qualify. You've done that. Let's tick the box. You've ticked all the boxes for the Glazers. There's no League Cup, Premier League, Champions League, nothing on the side. It's all nothing on the side. It's all just getting to the top four. That's why I have an issue with the Glazers. Before rival fans start saying, "Oh, but the Glazers spent so much money." Yeah, they have. That's no secret. But the aim of the football
not recently. Not recently. When's the last time they signed a massive player?
No. I'm not saying recently, or I'm talking about overall.
No. But you know, you're only as good as your last day. So
no, of course.
In recent years, we're talking about right now. We're talking about right now, though. They've actually failed many managers. They haven't signed big players. I mean, even for Amorim, who the fuck did they sign for him?
They spend big money on like, for example, Sesko, Anthony, Sancho, like these guys.
Yeah, but most of them were not good enough. I mean,
no, I agree.
Anthony, we all know, trash. Sancho,
most
trash.
of them were panic buys. Most of them.
And I'm sorry to say it, but Sesko as well. The club actually wanted Gyökeres. He would have been better for us, but they got a kid because they didn't. I don't know. I mean, why didn't they get Osimhen as well over him? They'd rather get the kid because they don't want to do what's necessary to get the better players. So.
Yeah, because they don't want to pay the wages. The kid, that's what I was saying when you're having when you're away from the thing. They want the kid because they don't want to pay the wages. Because you can tell a kid, you can buy a kid and go, look, here's 90K or 100K, and the kid will be so happy because we all kids once. We all were kids once, and when you get your first paycheck and you don't really give a damn, you'd be like, yes, I'll play for you, and that's what they want, and that's what they're selling to the fans. But my problem with that is when the kid gets really good, what you're going to do when the kid comes to you and go, well, now I'm a man, I want 250K. You're going to sell him out there. They're going to sell these kids, and then we're going to go backwards again. And this is what these fans don't get when the PR is drummed into their heads. Yeah, you're buying the kids and you're paying them 100K or 90K. But we all know as men, when we grow, we want more money because we're worth more. You know what I mean? If you're working at your workplace and you've come from a junior level to a senior level, you ain't going to want junior level work money because you're going to do more work. You're going to say to your boss, where's that pay rise? Continue. Oh, well, I'm off to the next company who's going to pay me more money. And that's exactly what's going to happen to Manchester United. We're going to be signing the Sanchos, and everyone's going to go, it's a good deal. 2 years or 3 years, Sanchos might get better, and he might now want 250K because he's been, well, look, I'm now the best midfielder in the world. Real Madrid comes knocking on our door, plays with Sancho's head and says, look, what are you getting at Manchester United? What, 150? Oh, but you're the best player in the world. We want you. We're gonna pay you 300K. You don't think Sancho's not gonna knock on United door and go, look, Real Madrid want me, but I still like the club. Sorry, Sancho, we're not gonna pay you. Well, I'll see I'm off.
But Sancho's a good example. That's the thing. Even the young player thing doesn't work because we've had so many young players that never actually became good in the end. and they never got to their potential because, again, they're putting these young players that need development at a club where you don't have space to develop like that. If you haven't got, it's a club where you've got the whole, got the most fans in the Premier League, got so many people watching you. If you're a starter, you have to perform. And if you're not at that level, then you're going to be found out. I mean, Højlund found that out, Sancho found that out, Anthony found it out. And before people say, oh, but in the past we had Rooney and Ronaldo. Yeah, and who else did we have above them?
Exactly.
We had very good, like, we had superstars around them that were in their prime at that time, teaching them, your Nistelrooys, your Scholes, name after name after name after name, your Roy Keanes.
Bro,
now
we fumbled Ronaldinho back in 2005. Like, what was that all about?
Glazers
again, bro. We fumbled him, and bro,
yep.
I was a bit pissed off. But then, who are we signing to replace him, though? We did sign somebody else. Huh?
We didn't sign anyone to replace him.
I think we fumbled him, but then I think it was Ronaldo. Didn't we sign Ronaldo? Because we fumbled.
Ronaldo was 2003.
No. Ronaldo and Rooney were pre-Glazers, yeah. Because the Glazers came in 05, 06, yeah?
Yeah.
So our best signings are before the Glazers, and let's not forget Alex's last squads. They were underfunded.
Can I quickly say something? If the Glazers were here before Rooney joined, that kid would have never convinced Man United to sign Rooney, because they would have never listened to that kid. It was that kid. It was because of that kid we signed Rooney, and the rest is history. He held up a banner saying, "Please sign Rooney." And then the club listened, and we actually signed Rooney.
Yeah, we had owners back in the day.
Throw back to a time that the owners actually listened to the fans, and then some fucking horse shit happened.
And that fucked us up. That's some fucking horse shit, man.
Yeah.
Bullshit. That's the only thing I'm angry with Sir Alex for.
And now we've turned into horse shit.
Yeah, exactly. We've now turned into horse shit because of horse shit.
I mean...
Listen, I know people say, oh, listen, I don't mind American owners if they actually do things. But these men have just went to United to become richer themselves. And hence makes us poor. And Ineos, I never wanted Ineos. Because one Sir Jim said, he lied from day one with Sir Jim. He came in and said, oh yeah, I want 100% of the club. And I was like, oh, good. Maybe this guy is a savior. But then he turned around and started slashing down the odds. Oh man, I might want 70%. Then he says, you want 25%. And after that, I didn't trust him because I'd be thinking, well, you've gone back on your word. You've actually made a deal to keep the Glazers. And from then, I've always been Ineos out. At least somebody in Saudi or Abu Dhabi, wherever he's from, would have said, look, I'm pitching you out and I'm going to take the debt. Why didn't fans want that?
Because they got brainwashed by the Ineos PR, which was, this guy's British, so he's going to be better than the Qataris who are going to be... Yeah, but the Qataris are going to be human rights, this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, guys, we know the kind of people that spend the money.
The Qataris runs most of the UK anyways. They run the Shard, the railway.
Yeah.
The railway.
Exactly, bro.
Who else? You know what I mean? The Arabs run the UK, bro.
They have more property in London than the British royal family.
Exactly, bro. You think the Qataris would have not bought Toumani or Tchouaméni, or they wouldn't have bought anybody that's great?
Okay, forget Tchouaméni for a bit. There's many other transfers they can go back on and they didn't sign. Sadio Mane was one of them as well. I was begging them to sign.
Exactly. They didn't sign him. They went to Liverpool.
Van Dijk. These guys were all players.
Van Dijk.
But we too slow. And there was one
Pedro.
Fucking Sanchez instead of Mesut Ozil. What?
Yeah, we had a chance. Yeah, Mesut Ozil.
Why did we go for Mesut Ozil? He played for Mourinho at Real Madrid.
And his team was saying,
they want him there.
We're waiting for him.
They wanted, bro. Arsenal wanted Ozil sold. We could have bought him, and he would have played for Mourinho. Jeez.
It's too much bullshit by the boys, boy, to be giving them a chance and be giving them it's too much bullshit. And Ineos is coming and continue the bullshit, even worse than what freaking Ed Woodward did. Because at least Woodward would have actually tried to sign one of these guys.
Good at selling PR, it's crazy, guys. They're so good at selling us the PR of the club. It's mental.
It is, because
the fans are just falling for it year in, year out. Like, they're actually falling for the crap that we're about to make this and that. That, you know, they use these buzzwords just for these fans to get excited. Like, but big breaking news, blockbuster, Manchester United ready to do this, ready to do that. You know, all this PR coming in behind the scenes, and you're all falling for it. That's why we're going backwards today.
It's Groundhog Day. It's the same thing every year. It basically is the same fucking thing every year. Yeah, but people that say they want to give the new owners a chance, but what they don't understand is they're not actually the new owners. The majority owners are still the Glazers. Ineos own a minority, so they're going to say, yeah, but Ineos is head of the football operations. Well, how does that make sense? If the majority owners are Glazers, who shouldn't the buck is going to stop with? Who's going to have most of the voting rights? Of course, it's going to be the Glazers. And even if the Glazers don't get involved in the football, they're going to say, no, but we want certain financials. We want to make a certain, keep the cost down and stuff like that. That's the people with the biggest sway there. It's going to be the Glazers because they own a much bigger share than Ineos. And just common sense, just logically, but even seeing the way that Jim the Rent boy talks, what he says to the media, it says stuff like, yeah, the Glazers are actually good people, and contrary to popular opinion, it's all bullshit. They're actually good people, blah blah blah. And it's quite obvious the reality of it. And I'm pretty sure with Sheikh Jassim, there are reports that he would have targeted players like Mbappe. And you see the alternative that we have now, because the reason also why the club will wait a long time on transfers is because they're trying to negotiate a lower fee that whole time. So you think the Arabs are going to do this? Of course not. They have more money than fans. They're not going to do that. They're going to be like, just pay the fucking money, get them here now. Get them here now.
And win, mate.
And Ineos, it has to be said as well, Ineos are like $18 billion in debt as well. People are forgetting that. There's been massive reports that they actually want to sell certain of their assets because they're in a huge amount of debt. So the reason they come to United is because of property asset inflation, because United actually own some land around the stadium, which they want to turn into apartment blocks, and they also want to make a new stadium, and they want to get government money to do it. So for Jim, he thought it was a quick buck to make. Like, let's see if that happens. If that is the case, I'm sorry to say we're doomed for a long time. Hopefully
exactly what they bought this club for, mate.
Hopefully they're fair, and hopefully that because there's a lot of land around that they want to develop, and the land is worth a huge amount.
That's why they want the stadium there. They want the stadium there.
But there's also
apartments and casinos and hotels and all this bullshit is going to be there. That's what they want.
And they got Gary Neville, the trainer, there as well, working with the club behind the scenes for this regeneration and all this bullshit. He also wants to make a quick buck, and that's why he never actually calls out the owners properly.
No, he's not quite. He's gone since he's been in bed with them.
And then you got Rio Ferdinand overhyping everything as well. And
he wants a piece of it as well.
Yeah, 1 year ago he was working with them. He was doing some sponsorship deal with the owners. So these are some of the worst owners. I think a lot of our fans are really stupid and lacking basic IQ, because they've all been fooled really badly by the wolf in sheep's clothing. They've been fooled by the scum. The only thing that Sir Jim is good at is getting on his knees and undoing the flies of the Glazers. That's the only thing he's good at doing. That's it.
Yeah, he wanted the piece of the pie. It's not to make Manchester United great again. It's to get the piece of the pie what they want.
He's not got the resources to invest anyway. He's not got the resources because he's, you type in Ineos in the news right now, and you've been seeing for a long, long time. For the last year, they've been having all these debt problems. They want to try and get rid of these. They clearly have money problems. They're trying to make a quick buck from us. They don't want to invest in us. They want to take money out of us, just like the Glazers.
Exactly. And people are fools. People thinking that they want to take the money out. That's why they're doing. That's why they're pushing the new stadium and the new, because that's going to make them a lot of money in the future. In case it's going to United push United up to 10 billion in value. Once they've done that land, once they've started the bulldozer, that's it, boys. They're here for life, because they're going to get that money and they're not going to do anything. People thought, they're going to buy them out in 2026. Well, it's 2027. It's 2026. They're still here.
Akovin. Guys, we've got
No, it's
Huh?
the way you said once that bulldozer comes, it's life is forgotten.
Hey Ray, when that bulldozer comes, yeah, I'm running to Real Madrid. I'm going to Madrid, bro. I'm done. I'm going to Madrid. When that
I love
bulldozer is
Ray,
coming,
man.
yeah. When
Ray
that
never
bulldozer is
changed.
coming,
Never
Huh?
change.
Okay.
Please never change. I promise you.
Yeah, man. Trust me.
Bro, no. One second, I'll be right back, guys. You continue to talk.
Yeah, man. Trust me, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna be here for life once that bulldozer coming. Trust me.
when that bulldozer comes, I'm going to Madrid. You know, I'm
I don't
going
blame
to
you, man. I might join you in the next plane.
No, I'm
You
being
see-
serious. I think you should do it as well, and this is why
Seriously,
I've
boy.
got the.
Seriously, I might join you in the next plane. You might see me in the next plane, and we might meet in the airport. Oh, hey, you used to be Man United, yeah?
Now,
Hola,
all you
Madrid.
need is
Hola,
you
hola,
need to
Madrid.
just buy the kit. Just buy the kit, and I'm just gonna stick to Real Madrid because listen, if that bulldozer comes, we're not putting up with more decades of this shit. We have we have a finite amount of time on this world. We're not wasting time
Exactly.
watching this shit because we've already wasted like 13 years of soon to be 14 years of failure, winning no Premier Leagues, no Champions League, and then you got certain channels saying, "Oh, just buy these players are overpriced." Fuck off, fuck off.
You know what I mean? Overpriced. When did you hear that in the When did you hear that? When did you hear people say, "Oh, Berbatov
I
was
understand
Vanessa was overpriced"?
overpriced. I understand them saying overpriced, but it's never overpriced if you really want to pay for a player. You get what I'm trying to
No,
say?
it's not.
I get when I get when they're saying when you value a player that's not as good as a price tag. I get that, but when you really want a player and you're desperate to get him, you overpay for it. You overpay for
But they
that.
weren't saying that. But they weren't saying that.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. I'm
The
just
su-
trying to get my
Yeah,
like,
but those Sarcasm City TV lot were saying, "Don't pay the money, don't pay the money, and use our scouts to find some gem somewhere." Like, what kind of world are they fucking living in? It's just cloud cuckoo
But
land
you see,
Disneyland
the
going
problem with
on.
that is the gems. Them you're gonna have to give them time, which you don't get at United. You know, as soon as you buy a player, you're on the spotlight. And look at
Actually,
Sancho's.
you
Oh,
shouldn't.
yeah,
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 no, but you shouldn't get time because
no,
if
but
you're
this is
starting,
why
you've got to
said
perform.
you need to bring in winners, someone that can handle the
yeah.
pressure of the club, and we don't bring in those type of players. We bring in players.
Bro, don't worry. Santos is going to save us. Don't worry about that. Santos is going to save us. You're wearing blue right now. Makes sense. Chelsea and all of that. Santos is going to save us. Don't worry. He's a midfield maestro, and Chelsea. We've fucked over Chelsea by getting their best player, right?
Yeah, the best bench player.
Yeah, I'm actually seeing this fucking bullshit coming out from United retard fans. Oh, who's that guy? United People's TV. Sam, is it, or Simon? I think it's Sam.
Yeah,
He's a
United
fucking
team.
he's a fucking cuck as well. He's getting bent over like a dog by the owners too all the time. He's coming out with nonsense like oh, it's such a great deal because I see the Chelsea fans are unhappy that we've got him. What are you
Yeah,
talking about? Chelsea have been fucking shit. Where did they finish? 10th last season?
you don't even realize they're being mugged off by rival
Yeah, but
fans.
where did Chelsea finish last season? Was it 10th? Something like that, right? Chelsea finished really fucking shit last season. This guy's not
Yeah,
even good enough to start for them. He's
you know
not
what I mean.
even good enough to start for a smaller club. Don't let anyone say to you Chelsea's a similar sized club to us. They're not. We're way bigger than them. We've got way bigger history, way more fans. That's a fucking newbie club, yeah. Man
Guys, they
City
don't even
like kind of
realize.
club. Yeah,
They don't.
the reason I don't like a lot of these Chelsea fans is they actually try and pretend like they're a club like us. They're not.
Yeah.
They're just the original Man City. That's all they are. They don't have they don't have that 100+ year old history of us being the best all the fucking time.
No,
We're doing so shit now. It doesn't matter. We're still the reason we're the biggest is we have so many fans and we've got such a massive culture. That means 13 years of losing, we're still the biggest club in the Premier League because of our fan base and our traditions.
exactly.
Those sort of clubs don't have that. They're nothing in comparison to us. But they finished 10th, and the savior is a guy that couldn't even fucking start for them.
You know what I mean?
And that just luckily I've not got blood pressure problems. That just makes the fucking blood boil, you know.
Well, by the end of the season, you will have blood pressure problems, mate. Because that
I
same
just I,
Sancho's, I tell you.
I just have a heat wave with the fucking blood boiling, right? It's fucking boiling. Some steam is coming out because
I'm telling you.
I'm sick and tired of these fucking fans and these bullshit fan channels saying, "Oh wow, he's so good." And what are you talking about?
What
Like,
are you talking?
where is
Exactly what you're talking about.
Tchouaméni?
You never seen him
Where's
play.
Yeah, where the fuck is Tchouaméni? Get me fucking Tchouaméni. Get me Mbappe, and
I
get me these players.
mean, when you tell them, man, you tell these guys, oh yeah, you tell us that, oh, he's the best. I said, look, he's fourth choice player. That means he couldn't even get above an injured Latvia, mind you. He couldn't even he couldn't even start above him, and you're telling me he's
an injured what?
Latvia.
Latvia.
It's not Latvia. Do you remember the sign? Is it Latvia? His name is.
Don't even know.
They signed Casado, and then they signed. Is it? I'm sure it's Latvia.
Lavia, Romeo
Lavia.
Oh,
Lavia, yeah.
Lavia. Okay, thank
you.
you.
Yeah, Lavia. Sorry.
You want to help me? You said Caicedo. I was like, okay.
Yeah. He couldn't even play above. He couldn't even play above Lavia, who never plays, by the way. But yeah, he's the best player, and I'm thinking, yeah, fourth best bench player. So that means he's been in the bench for all the season. Oh, but he played 80 games. Well, yeah, because Chelsea will play more competition than us.
He can't even start for a club that finished 10th. He can't even start for them, but he's meant to supposedly save us. The maths is quite simple there. It's quite simple what's going on, and we haven't actually signed one marquee signing. Where is the marquee midfielder signing? We've signed some guy I never fucking heard of as goalkeeper. No one ever fucking heard of him.
Yeah, where that guy?
So we stand from.
I know him, to be fair.
Have you?
Yeah, sorry, but the football nerds, the normal people don't know who the fuck he is.
No, but
he's a nobody.
Because I use him in my fantasy Premier League team. That's why. Exactly. The normal fans, right?
Fantasy football, yeah.
It's a fantasy Premier League.
But it's a saying. The normal people, the non-football nerds, never fucking heard of the guy because he's a nobody.
You know what that sign reminds me of, guys? You know when you walk past the barber shop and you're like in the corner, like, oh shit, look, there's a little digit there I never got for £5. Oh yeah, let me go get him. That's what Callum Barlow is. He's not like a standout. This guy's going to influence the team. He's a bargain shop at the back of the bargain shop. Where you go in. You see one of those old walkie-talkies or whatever, £5, and you just buy it for nostalgia uses. That's what Barlow is. He's not a marquee signing.
Yeah, there's I've never even heard of the guy who the fuck he was.
Never heard of the guy.
Yeah, never heard of his Santos cunt either, to be honest. Guess what?
Nobody heard of it, but they're pretending like because the PR pretending like
we've done our research while we had our cock in the other hand doing our research. Now we know
about Andre Santos, my friend. If you watch the show back, we're talking about the Glazers and Ineos. We're not talking about Andre Santos, mate.
No, but we're not talking about Sanchez, bro. We're talking about the Ineos. We're not saying Sanchez is shit. We're not saying Sanchez might not be good. We're saying
I am saying that he's not good enough signing.
I agree, but that's what it is.
We're saying that the board has brainwashed people into believing that this man is going to be the next savior, where they had players better than him. Now, if you had bought like let's say a Tulale or something, and you got an Anderson in, I wouldn't have. I said, okay, that's all right because you bought somebody there, and then you bring somebody to learn off of these guys to become the next man. But this guy is going to be passed up as the savior, and we are terrible at developing players over the last 10 years.
And that was their own targets. Don't forget, when people want to try and cuss out Tonali and Anderson, that was the club's own targets. They wanted those players. They wanted Fernandes. They wanted Tonali. They wanted Tchouaméni. They wanted these players. So they failed to get them, and we've been cucked by Tottenham, which it just shows how unambitious these owners are. If you're gonna get cucked by Tottenham,
Tottenham, come on, man. I know it's London, but still, you should never get cucked by Tottenham, who's not done anything but be rubbish for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, 60+ years. Yeah. Well, what can I say? I mean, this is the reality of it. The fans have fallen for it so much. They've taken the bait.
You have taken the bait because
they're trapped in the cage. Yeah, they've been baited so hard.
They've been baited so badly, and they don't even realize it.
It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious, and they haven't realized that we can barely get a marquee midfield signing because they let them all go. They let Tchouaméni do a contract extension. They let Tonali and Fernandez go to Tottenham. They let Anderson go to Man City. Who's left out of that group that they wanted to target? Who's left? No
Nobody.
one.
I mean, they even struggling. I mean, I wouldn't say Coney's
Nobody.
marquee, but he's decent. They're struggling to sign him.
Who?
Coney, Manu Coney.
Yeah, but that wasn't their initial target, was it?
That's
That
what,
wasn't their
but yeah,
initial
but they're
target.
struggling. They're struggling to sign him, and it's like, what? How are you
And
struggling to?
hilariously, they said to Tchouaméni, we can't pay you 210K a week.
Yeah, it's just sad. It really is sad.
Let's go under the radar. You signing, you simply can't get this dumbhead player like Mateus who chooses Spurs over United. Anderson's no 120 million.
Again, it's what's that? It's
It's my fault. Sorry.
it's a
It's a
World Cup
World
year.
Cup year.
Wait, can I hear
Like,
myself?
Sorry, it's my
I think-
fault. My fault.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the point is, it's a World Cup year. Now you want to, so either you pay it or you fuck off and get some B League players. Simple as that. Now, if you want to get angry at someone, get angry at the owners who didn't get a midfielder last season. All the fans were saying last season, get a midfielder. Guess what they were doing? They're doing the season before as well. The season before, we've been neglecting these positions for about 10, 15 years.
And they get expensive. They get expensive.
Yeah,
The more you neglect, the more expensive it gets.
Yeah, and also especially when you leave it to a World Cup year, whoopie doopie.
Exactly,
that was a
and
genius move. You've got no time to do anything really. So clubs know that. They're like, no, you're gonna fucking pay 20, 30 million extra, and that's the reality. When you fucked yourself over and you've been lazy and stingy, this is the reality. Either you fucking pay up or get used to your Santoses and start venerating Santos as the next best thing, which
and I
is
hope it
fucking
works
not.
out. And I know actually he hopes it works out for you. Because you see, fans don't get it. As Khan completely said it correctly. The more you put things off, the more expensive it gets. It's like anything. If you're gonna look up buy a window and you don't buy it now, next season the window prices are gonna go up. The same thing with players, mate. You know what I mean? You want a midfielder? Next midfielder, if you had bought a midfielder last season, your Fernandez's probably wouldn't have cost 80. It probably would have cost 40, 50. And you got a good midfielder. Tonali probably wouldn't have cost that money. Now you're putting it. Same thing with defenders. They're putting off the defender. Next season we're going to want defenders. Guess what you're going to have to pay? 80, 90. And they're going to go, we don't want to pay that money. And it's these dickheads don't get it. The board don't get it. And then the fans come and tell you, oh, you play for Fernandez. Well, what's wrong with Fernandez? And another thing, what these guys don't get, I don't think a lot of these
He's
guys.
relegated. They say he's relegated. Roy Keane was relegated as well.
Thank you. That's what about to say.
What
That
are they
I don't
talking
think
about?
these guys. I don't think these guys dig into the history. I'm sorry if the chat is angry with us, but I don't think you guys dig into the history.
Say whatever you like.
I don't think you guys dig into the history of Manchester United. We played Roy Keane. We paid Nottingham. We paid a British transfer fee. In them days, the money was lower than it is now. British transfer for relegated Roy Keane. A relegated Roy Keane.
But you know that would now be like what? That would now be like how much? 120, 130 million.
That would be exactly how much money Tonali will cost. Exactly how much money Fernandez will cost. And
it would be a record. More because it would be a record.
Exactly, it'll be a record.
Premier League signing now, like 130 or something.
Exactly.
Whatever Isaac was, yeah, something like that. So that's the reality of it. I think people are also forgetting. Just a few years ago, Caicedo went for 115 million. With inflation now, he'll probably be worth 120, 125. So
exactly,
what are people talking about? It's not 10, 15 years ago that the market has changed. Money, things cost more than they used to. It's the reality of it. I think people also forget Neymar went for like 222 million
exactly,
euros.
man. This is the reality of the thing.
That was a decade ago. So that should even go up that price. The point is, this is the reality of it. Either you pay it or you want to fucking bitch and whine. I want to act like a shitty B League club. And then you can be celebrating Michael Carrick getting third. Woohoo! We're third. We're second. We're building.
Exactly, bro.
In the fucking end, heard it all before. Turns into nothing.
Exactly, bro. That's what I said. This is the fans, innit? Yeah.
Who said that? If they overpay,
and bought the player, then the player don't give performance, and they criticize management, and then they're overpaying the United financial side. They're not bullied by other teams. I don't get what you mean.
No. Listen. This is a massive misconception. Spending a lot of money is necessary to be the top, but you don't want to do it on the players that actually are good. Don't
Facts.
be spending money on shit players. Do you think Vinicius Junior plays 50K a week? Do you think Mbappe is playing 50K a week? No. Haaland, no. They're the most highly paid football stars in the world. Simple
You
as that.
see, sorry, is it what? How you call him? Santikis? How you call his name?
Sankev.
Sankev. Sorry, Sankev. You've been indoctrinated into the crap what the board is selling you.
Oh,
Telling
Ray, I'm loving you right now because you're
you
just
know,
not holding
telling
back. I like it. Call me fuckers out. Call them all out.
you know, I mean, but I'm sorry, he is. This is exactly what I hear all the time. I hear this all the time. Oh, United's finally understanding. What are we finally understanding? That we shit. You know what I mean? This is what I hear all the time. I hear, oh, United are finally understanding. No, we're not. They're fooling you, bro. They don't want to pay the wages. So what they're
Yeah.
doing is they're playing on your heartstring. Because
Thank
we
you.
had
Thank you.
access.
Are you
Because
happy
we
being
have
third? Are you happy
because
being third?
sorry, yeah, because we failed in a couple of players in the past, and you're angry about that. They play on your heartstrings with that. That's the PR. That's the PR Sangif. That's the PR of Ineos. They're playing on your heartstring because we failed with Sancho or failed with Rasmus, who are below average players. They are going to fool you off and think we can't do this in the future. But we're not talking about below average players. We're talking about players who've won Champions Leagues, players who played for France. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Well, if you offer them enough money, they fucking will come. What are you talking about? If you offer
Bro,
anyone enough money, they'll come. What are you talking about? You think they play for
bro,
Ribena?
you
No,
think
they play
Vinicius
for money.
Junior and Mbappe wouldn't join United? If you told them guys, look, we have this vision to be one of the best teams in the world in the next 2 seasons, and we're gonna give you 250K or 350K to come score us all these goals you score for Real Madrid, and you score for France, and you score for Brazil. Do this at United. Do you think players are not going to have that ego and go, shit? You know what? I can actually be a legend
Right.
in my career,
The
just like
misconception.
Ronaldo did.
Sorry.
Sorry.
The misconception over here is people are thinking that we think Vinicius Junior and Mbappe are joining Man United. That's not what we're trying to say.
No.
We're trying to say that we have to go out there and get the best available players in the market. That we're
Exactly.
not exploiting. We're not exploiting. We've never been exploiting. Cool, Casemiro we signed, but he was coming towards the end of his career. And trust me, I'm still grateful that Casemiro came and did what he did. Great. He still did what he
We
could.
had someone better. Chouameni was a better option just now, 4 years younger.
Facts.
Perfect.
But we didn't go for Chouameni because we
don't want to pay him 210K a week.
United didn't wait. You know, so it's like United just kept on waiting for an answer, and then he got a new contract. Just like what we did back in the day when we tried to go and get fucking what's his name again? Gareth Bale at Tottenham, and we were too slow, and then we let him walk to Real Madrid. Toni Kroos, we let him walk to Real Madrid.
Mm.
We missed out on these many players because we were too slow, and we kept on making stupid, harsh decisions on the club.
Yeah, Bale said Spurs offered him more money. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And we I think we offered him more money than Madrid, but then Spurs turned it down because he was coming to a Premier League rival. That's why.
No. But when he came to Spurs, apparently he actually had the option to go to United, but we weren't offering him as much money.
Yeah, but at the time it was from Southampton, right? It wasn't from.
But you saw what he got into, what he became.
And this is the thing, though. This is another thing. Somebody else offered more money because we didn't want to do it, and then look what we turned into.
Yeah,
And this is the argument we're having today.
Tottenham have cucked us and humiliated us to this transfer window already. Two of the club's own targets have been taken to fucking Tottenham.
And you know what's going to be funny, boys? You know what's going to be funny, boys? People are going to be hate watching Spurs just to hope that these boys hope these boys flop. This is when you know you've lost. When you're watching, you have to watch Spurs game and hope Tonali flops, so you can go, ha ha! You see, look, he flopped. Ha ha ha! You know, he's right, bro. You're hoping. That's what you do. No, but that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping for. They'll be watching Spurs. I know these fan base. They've been watching Spurs with their hate-alongs. That's what they're called now, aren't they? And they'll be sat there with the little sock, wanking, hoping Tonali, please miss please have a bad pass.
How big is
Please
their
have a
dick,
bad
though?
pass.
You know they're wanking. How long is their dick? How long is it?
Well, I don't know. I'm not getting into that. Not into that. But that's what we're doing. That's exactly that what we're doing. Tonali, please make a bad pass.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes,
yeah.
he's done it. And then they'll be coming on the next on the channel going, you see, Ineos was right. Look at Tonali, he's flopped. Ha ha. That's exactly what they'll be doing. That's exactly what they'll be doing. But you've lost. You know why you've lost? Because you're actually watching Spurs. That's why you've lost. You're not watching Spurs. You're not watching Tonali play for us. You're watching Spurs, and you've lost because you're now
Santos
hoping.
more accomplished. Accomplished at what? Bench warming. What's he done? What's Santos done?
Santos more accomplished than Tonali with more development to go. I disagree with that.
Yeah, as for this overpaid thing, listen, this is all cope because our own club didn't want to get him.
Tonali
He wasn't overpaid; it was paid.
Tonali won the league with AC Milan, ending their 15-year trophy drought.
And he actually plays football. The other guy is on the bench all the time. He's a training grand guru.
Club World Cup, sure, but he wasn't the most integral part to the World Cup. Club World Cup.
Bro, Club World Cup is a big fucking games.
You're losing You're trying to justify Sancho's back.
It's all a coping mechanism. All you guys are doing.
That's what you're doing. You're not calling out the why we bought
because of the money. Thank it. Because of the money. You're not being listening.
Because they're offering more. They're offering better.
No. Change that. We're not offering half the time. We're not offering them anything half the time.
No, we didn't offer Semenyo. We didn't offer anything for
guys. They're not just offering more. They're offering a higher standard of winning as well.
Yeah. Well, but this all comes down to spending money. But this is what players look at. They're like, okay, so what other players have you got in that club? Oh, you've got a lot of top players. Okay, and what are you going to do as well? We're going to buy even more top players. Guess what? Because City are spending more money. They're spending more money to get great players. Then they get another fucking great player the year after, and they keep doing this all the time. United, though, they want to stay for over a decade with Luke Shaw and keep him.
Yeah.
So obviously everything comes back to money because again, on not only the money they offer you, but the money they spend on the rest of the squad. Where you look at it and think, am I surrounded by other great players? Are they going to spend and buy more great players even on top of this to actually, I can go here and start winning titles?
And he justified it. I mean, Semenyo justified himself going. He just won two cup doubles in his first season with City. He went there and he's won the FA Cup. He won the League Cup. They won the FA Cup and League Cup. City. Yeah, they've done two doubles.
Both.
Yeah. So he's already better than half our players because he's already won two stuff already in his first season. Next season he can go and do.
The fans have got a short memory because we publicly wanted this guy and we got humiliated by Man City and then went to Man City. So why is no one getting angry about this? Because all you fans have been brainwashed and you're fucking.
That's what I'm saying, man.
All of you that think it's fun, you're all fucking retarded. You all have cut your testicles off and got castrated like your dog. That's what these people are. That's what they are. Because no one is talking about this stuff. They want to just bury their head in the sand and have a coping mechanism.
Remember,
he got relegated. What kind of bullshit is this?
We all admit
they didn't want to pay.
Okay, we all admit that Amrin wasn't great. We all admit that Amrin wasn't great, right? But he wanted
never funded though. But he was never funded properly.
He wanted Semenyo because he was always on the interviews going, I like Semenyo, what a player. If we buy that guy, and we didn't. And this is why the guy lost his brain and told Walcott to do one. And I was supported him for doing that. He's the only man that had that brain. He wasn't any company man to go, I think it'll be all right.
I respect him because he had integrity. And for the people that say he played shit football, well, you don't understand football because he's a system manager. By the way, Pep Guardiola is also a system manager. The team that just won the World Cup, what's his name? De La Fuentes, also a massive system manager. So Amorim quite clearly said, the reports were saying before that he wanted the wing backs, he wanted the midfielders. None of this was given to him. Instead, they just gave him Patrick Dorgu.
I told him to play quarterback.
Yeah. So where the fuck was the midfielders he wanted? They didn't do that because again, the three at the back, you have to have two very dynamic midfielders. You've got to have the wing backs act almost like wingers as well. They didn't do this, and the fans didn't understand that. So that's why it didn't work out. But he quite clearly said he wanted these players, and it was all in the media as well. But they didn't want to do that, and then the people want to get confused why it's not working. Again, it's like having a chef that's great at cooking chicken, but you give him fish, and you expect him to make the same dish. It doesn't work like that.
Exactly, mate. You give him a good,
Yeah.
you give him the bad ingredients, and you expect him to give you a really great food, even though he's a good chef.
And also, guys, year in, year out, we're talking about, transfers that, we don't, players that we don't want to sell, that have not been good enough for some time as well. I always mention this every single year. I always mention this every single time. If you want to succeed, you have to get rid of the deadwood. We refuse to get rid of the deadwood. And
Yeah.
I always have this analogy that if a house catches fire, right? You extinguish all the fire out, but you leave one bit of spot there. That can still catch on fire again.
Yeah.
Because you didn't clear all the mess out. You have to clear out the entire thing before you restart it, before you rebuild all over again.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, we don't do that, and that's why we keep on failing every year.
At Man City, if we were Man City, Luke Shaw would have been gone before Mourinho.
Harry gone.
Luke Shaw would have been cut in the second fucking year.
Harry Maguire gone. Luke Shaw gone, and bringing better players.
Mourinho as well. I remember I was in an argument with Sarcasm City TV about Mourinho.
They would have never signed Luke Shaw if we were Man City. I'll say
yeah,
that right now.
but on Mourinho, I was actually in an argument with Sarcasm City TV, and they're coming out with nonsense like Mourinho wasn't a good manager because he didn't do. Sorry, he got second with that shit squad, and that summer he said, "I need to get rid of the deadwood. I need to get rid of the. I need signings."
Yeah.
How many signings did they give him that summer? Was it one or two?
One or two.
They gave him two.
A goalkeeper, a 39-year-old Lee Grant.
So you mean that's not even one enemy? So who's the other two?
And Diogo Dalot.
Okay, so they gave him two signings, shit players anyway. They gave him two. I don't count the shitty backup goalkeeper. They gave him two signings, and
actually I like this. Yeah, Lewis Hall.
They gave
Yeah.
Mourinho two signings when he was 20 points behind Man City, and he said, "I need way more signings. I need to get rid of Luke Shaw. I need to get rid of his players." And the club instead stuck to the players, and they backed the players and did a stab in the back for Mourinho. No, I mean, Mourinho got very far with the poor squad, and if he'd have been allowed to get the players he wanted and to get rid of the bullshit, who many of them are still here, like Luke Shaw, then I believe he would have won the Premier League with us at least once or twice easily.
Possibly. The thing is, right, bro, when you're the thing is,
it is that simple though. It is that simple if you've got serious owners.
It's not
that
simple, but at the same time, it also is, because look at Chelsea. They're finding buyers.
Santos, we're the listen, Buxton Blue. We're one of the mugs who will buy a Chelsea fourth bench player for 50 million. That's deadwood to Chelsea. That's deadwood to Chelsea, but we're one of the mugs that will buy that.
In the last 3 years, bro, we bought now 2 Chelsea players.
We bought an injured Paul Mount for 60.
For 50 fucking million plus and 60. We spent.
That's deadwood to Chelsea, but we're the one of the mugs that are going to pick him up and go yes. That's where you can sell your deadwood.
But we won't pay Chouameni. We won't pay Chouameni less money than Mount.
You see, guys, your fans, you're not looking at the big.
This picture. This is perfect. This is perfect, though, Ray, because you see how all these fans are so easily. But we're seeing them. We're seeing it right now.
Yeah, because they're not looking at the big picture.
All of you lot are fucking brainwashed. All of you.
Look at the big picture, guys, in the chat. Look at the big picture. You said that he's not simple to offload the deadwood, but it is, because we are an example of buying deadwood players from Chelsea, because we bought a fourth bench player, and you guys defending it, that's deadwood to Chelsea. We bought Mason Mount, who's injured prone. That's deadwood to Chelsea. You know what I mean? This is what we're doing. So if we could buy deadwood players, we can also sell our deadwood players. It's just as easy. Because some other club would look at Mount and go, "Oh, you know, I might actually pay United 50 million for Mount." So if a Coventry comes in for Mount or something, you say, "Yeah, here you go, Coventry. You take Mount. You take Xerxes or what? But Bologna or whoever you want. We want Xerxes. 40 million. Yep, there you go. And guess what? Your deadwood is gone." So it is that simple, guys. It is that simple.
Also, it's also even more simple than that. There's something called terminate the fucking contract. And look how quickly they got rid of Ronaldo. They got rid of him in like 1 or 2 weeks. Bang,
I
out.
was on 500k a week.
Yeah, out.
Show was on fucking 110k
Yeah.
a week or something.
Yep.
You can rip up the contract, terminate it. I don't want any excuses from you guys. Constantly giving them excuses. Constantly, like, fucking find your balls and call out the fucking owners.
Call them out, boys. You know what I mean?
And by the way, all these
Don't fool you.
excuses, do you want another 13 years with no Premier League title?
That's more than 14. It'll be 14 years next year.
Yeah, sorry. Do you want 3 decades, folks? That's going to double those years. So
we could have sold in Sancho, but we just pissed about with it.
I don't want to become the next Liverpool or Arsenal, man. 20.
You see the boss.
Title,
you see the boss of the blue with that comment, right? We could have sold Sancho, we could have sold Rashford, but we don't want to. We want to bring them back in again and give them chances.
I don't want to be Man City without 30 years without a trophy, 34 years without a trophy. I don't want that.
If you listen, rip up their listen. If you have rotten food at home and you can't sell it, guess what you do? You still put it in the fucking bin. You still put it in the bin. I don't want any excuse. Oh, we can get a fee. If no one wants to buy them, if that's the case, I don't care. Rip up their contract and get them the fuck out. Because what they are is there a cancer that's over there. They're a cancer in your body that's spreading everywhere. That's what it is. You need to get rid of it. Simple as that. And also, if you sign a great player, they're going to bring down that player because that shitty mentality and personality of the failure players is going to obviously infect those new players as well.
And this is what's been happening. We've kept Sancho around, we've kept Rashford around, and they've been infecting the dressing room. So anybody that you sign that's half decent becomes rubbish. It's like they always say, one bad apple spoils the rest, don't they? So that's what happens.
And the fans got fooled as well because the fans kept saying, "Yeah, we've got rid of these players." I said, "We didn't get rid of them; we just loaned them out." What are you talking about? We just loaned them out. We didn't fucking get rid of them. We just loaned them out because the owners were like, "Oh, we're not going to get enough money for these players." Well, you know why you're not getting enough money for them? Because they're fucking shit. That's why. That's why you're not getting money for them.
You see, boys, it's business. It's always business for these boys. It's always money for these boys. A club will go, he's a sports club. You take a hit, okay, they're bad. You take a hit, whatever, just to get them out of your club. But these boys are always looking at the bank balance. Oh, we don't want to get rid of this guy because we don't want to lose that kind of money. We don't want to lose this kind of money. And the fans in the chat, you must. This is what this title, Ineos and Glazers destroying our beloved football club. Why? Because they are looking at the money. They're not looking at winning. We on the panel are looking at winning. We're not looking at the bank balance to say, because for me, when you win, you increase your bank balance anyway. And that's how millionaires and guys been doing it for years. You every time you land a hit record or you get more money. And this is the problem I have with our board. They're looking at the bank balance to get the money for themselves, not to win. They don't want to win. You think Sancho is going to be a winner next season? No, he's not. You think Tielemans is going to win your title next season? No, he's not. If we win,
I don't know. I agree. I like Tielemans as a player.
I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he's not going to win the Premier League.
He's not marquee though. He's not
going to win the Premier League. If we win the Premier League with these two boys, a lot of things have got to happen. You know what I mean? A lot of things have got to happen if we're going to win the Premier League with these two signings. The good sign is to get you probably 5th or hopefully 4th. They're not going to win in the league. They're just not going to.
Go back to the year 2013. We were supposed to sign Cesc Fabregas that season. What the fuck did we do? We just penny pinch signed Myron instead. Literally.
And when did where did we finish?
We were supposed to get Cesc Fabregas that season. I literally remember the rumors. We were supposed to sign Cesc Fabregas, and we fucked it up.
And AK, where did we finish that season?
7th.
Exactly.
And we were supposed to sign Toni Kroos next year. What did we do? We fucking signed nobody.
Exactly. Bombed again that season.
I'll say this. Herrera was a class signing. Herrera was one of the best.
And we let him go because we didn't want to pay money. We didn't want to leave.
I like Herrera, and we should have signed him and Toni Kroos.
Yep.
We fumbled the Toni Kroos deal. If you guys don't know about the Toni Kroos deal, go back and read it, please. 2014, Toni Kroos had already agreed a deal to sign with Man United. It was done. The deal was done. It was over. He was gonna sign. Then someone came in and fucking canceled the deal.
And the bomb.
Was it Edward Wood? But Edward was a cunt. That's what he was.
And the bomb. It's always been penny pinching with us boys. This is why Khan.
No, it wasn't.
Good.
We signed the wrong players.
No, when it comes to deals that we want, it's always been
No,
tackling.
I
Oh,
don't think we. No,
yeah,
actually, sorry to cut you off. I don't think it was penny pinching at the time because we still spent big money on like Di Maria. We still spent big money on like other players, Pogba and stuff like that. But we never. But some of them were
Well,
never
we're
the
still
right.
we were still slow in the transfer windows, though. I
No,
mean,
I agree.
but
We
don't,
still
don't forget, don't
spent big.
forget,
We're still slow, yeah.
these owners never didn't invest in us from day one. It was a penny pinch from day one because they bought
it
our
was.
club with debt. They bought the club with debt, and hey, I'd love to do it as well. Give me $1 billion and let me buy a club in debt. It's crazy, and then put the debt onto the club. That's what the debt for our club is mostly
Yeah,
from, because they literally bought the fucking club in debt and they used the club itself as collateral.
and the reason why was the good example. I mean, they even penny pinched Van Gaal because he wanted Mane, he wanted Pedro, and people go back and look at the Pedro deal. Pedro was ready to come to Manchester United. We wouldn't pay the 10 million. We wanted to pay 9 million. It fell through. Van Gaal didn't get Pedro. He didn't get Ramos. He didn't get friggin' who else he wanted? Mane. Got the sack. Pedro went to Chelsea, won the league.
Mm.
And
And
you
then
see, and this is yeah,
people are surprised if the football is shit or if the manager doesn't do well. If you're
yeah,
not giving them what they want, if this is what's going to happen. And it's not one manager; it's multiple. It's happened to Mourinho. It's happened to Van Gaal. It's happened to Ten Hag as well. Amorim.
yes.
I don't put an Ollie and the carrot because I just see these as bullshit manager side. These are not proper side. These are not proper managers that we've got
No,
in those
No, Ali's
players.
not following.
No, all that is just let's just get an ex-player so that the retarded fans are like, oh, let's just support him because he's an ex-player. No,
Yeah, Ali
you
on the
have to
wheel.
look at his credentials as a manager, and guess what?
Mhm,
The
mhm.
credentials is nothing. It's a blank piece of paper.
No, it's Ali at the wheel, boys.
Yeah, it's
Ali
all
at the wheel.
the wheel. Always at the wheel. You know what I'm saying? Now it'll be Carrick's at the wheel. But look, I'm gonna back Carrick, but it's not gonna go down well. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you, it's not going to
Nah,
go on well
nah.
because we've done the exact same thing that Edward did when he backed Ollie.
No,
Edward said,
I'm gonna give
"Listen,
Carrick my
you
support.
know this guy." Sorry, talking.
No, I was just saying I'm gonna give Carrick my support for the time
I'm
being.
going to give him my support, but I know it's going to end in tears. I have a feeling it's going to end in tears. I'll say no. I have a feeling it's going to end in tears. Why? Because we did the exact same thing with Ollie. What we did, we said that summer, if everybody remembers, because people forget, you see, oh, we're going to do a full investigation of managers. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They didn't do it. They gave Ollie the job, and Ollie wasn't, and Ollie wasn't really ready for the job because he was
And
already in trouble.
we also let Eric Ten Hag take control of some of
Yeah,
the
well,
side.
yeah. But let me finish
Club.
with the
That's what
Ollie
happened
one.
downhill because he
So,
spent the money. He signed the
yeah,
wrong players.
but
Players he didn't see who are players who have played for him, and that's what killed us.
yeah, but let me finish with how is this is why I believe that Carrick is going to fall the same way because we gave Ollie the job when they lied and said they were going to do a proper. And I think a lot of managers were available at that time. I think even Klopp was available at that time. But we gave it to Ollie. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we did good, but then we were absolutely shite under it.
Mm.
Now look at what they do. Fast forward, what they've done with Carrick, the same bloody thing. They've said because I knew when Carrick came in the job, he's going to get the job. By the way, because I figured out that this board just rinse and repeats. So they come to us and go, "Well, we're going to do a really good manager search." Guess what? Carrick wins a couple of games. Oh, let's forget it. Let's give it to Carrick. And then what the story? Oh well, we couldn't speak to the other managers because of this and that. Bro, and then what's going to happen? We're not giving Carrick any marquee signings, any good. He's going to end up the exact same way of Ollie. Yeah, we might win a couple of games. It's going to end in tears when he starts to lose
Mm.
because it's the
And
same thing.
let's not forget, Carrick was also a tactician under Ollie. When we were
Exactly.
here, he was the main tactician. And how did that end? How did that end in the end? It didn't work in the end, did it? And our tactics was just parking the fucking bus all the time. What tactics? And that's what we're seeing right now. Again, we're seeing a repeat of it. And
People just forget. People just forget, mate. They just forget. They just forget that because of the PR. United,
because
I must admit, United's got the best PR I've ever seen out of a club.
Of course, but that's what I've been saying for a long time, though, bro. That's what I've been saying for a very long time, but nobody wanted to believe me. That's what we've been saying for a very long time now. Nobody's listening to us. This football
yeah,
clubs
but
PR and we fall for it because they send you exciting things that the club's about to do, but they fucking don't do it.
Yeah.
Remember the one time the club were gonna do, the fans were gonna do a protest. They came out with the new stadium announcement, and the whole fucking fan base were creaming their pants for the new stadium.
Hmm.
Did you see that?
They cancelled it because
a Brighton player was being linked to Man United.
yeah, they cancelled this.
It has to be said that there's
Oh
all
my
these lies as
God.
well. There's all
Bro.
these lies with the club that the other managers were not available. It was all lies, all of it.
All of it was lies, mate. All of it was
They didn't
lies.
speak to them, and also as for the excuse that
Right.
if you can't get a manager from international, that's international football is shit. If you can't lure a manager away from international, it says a lot about you. I mean, did we ever? Not one journalist has said we offered that manager the money they wanted or whatever. No one said that. Did we ever approach these guys? We didn't. We just fucking gave up. Who else did we speak to? Who? I've yet to
Nobody.
come up with one name. That there was at the time there was Enrique. We didn't go to him. With Ancelotti, we didn't go to him. There was Tuchel. There's Nagelsmann. There was Inzaghi. Even Conte. Plenty of managers that have achieved way
And you know
more
what
than
makes
Michael Carrick.
and you know what made me
Nothing.
laugh? And this is what I tell you, they're gonna do the same thing when they do with the Spurs players. Soon as Tuchel lost, soon as the Guzman lost. Oh, see, look, they lost. United do good to avoid them. Look how they lost. You see how you've been fooled, because this is what they'll
Of
come up
course.
with. This is why I said they'll do the same thing with Tonali. They'll be waiting and hoping that these guys flop at City, these guys flop, so they can go, oh, look, United dodged the bullet. That's bullshit. I always laugh when I see the Phantoms come up with these headlines. Oh yeah, we did very well to avoid the Garden because he lost in international football. Or we lost. International football is shit. It's different. It's a different thing from.
I'll just
Yeah.
say to them is that why they've got these managers have won league titles and big clubs and
Exactly.
Champions Leagues, and Carrick has won won nothing. He's won absolutely nothing as a manager. Nothing. Is that why? So it's all just coping mechanisms, and these fans are thinking with their emotions rather than thinking with their brain, with their logic. Because they
Exactly.
want to. Every manager loses at some point. It doesn't matter how great the manager is. They lose at some point. Most of the great managers are being sacked at some point or whatever, or not had the contract renewed. But the fact of the matter is, these other managers we mentioned, they've already won league titles with big clubs like Bayern Munich, or big
Real
clubs in the
Madrid
Italian league,
or
or other.
something.
Yeah,
I mean,
or big clubs in the Italian league, or even in the Premier League, or some of them have got Champions Leagues. What has Michael Carrick won as manager? The answer is a big circular zero. He's
exactly.
won
He's
nothing
sacked.
as a manager.
Sacked by a club that couldn't get.
Just like Ollie, they've both been sacked by shithole clubs that are in some other league somewhere down there that we can't even see. That's the reality of it. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy how stupid people are. They think that they're somehow qualified enough for this job, and that's why I'm from day one. I'm against it. I was against the Ollie thing as well, because when I see they're not good enough, I'm not going to waste my energy.
Their first interview also says a lot about them as well. I'm not going to lie to you. Their first interview will sometimes tell a lot.
Interview to who? Press conference? You're saying what interview? Because
the first press conference, yes, will tell you a lot about them as well sometimes.
But we've already seen him in press.
Was not like doesn't tell you about us.
But we've already seen Carrick in a lot of the press conferences. We've already seen him in interviews, and I just see someone who will never call out the owners ever. He's just a guy
He's a company man.
Either.
I always say the company man.
Yeah, because he is waking up and he is saying, Jesus, where are you? So, Jesus, you've blessed me that I'm manager. I've achieved nothing. I'm a nobody of a manager.
Exactly.
I'm manager of Manchester United.
He's counting lucky stars.
From Glazers, do you want me to suck that 1-inch dick? Do you want me to suck it?
Bro,
I've got the Glock 3000 style. Let me suck it for you.
He's like Oliver Twist.
He's kissing that wall.
Can I have more, sir? Can I have more?
Yeah,
that's what he is.
Because they're not monetized.
because what it is he knows they've also fooled the manager as well, because the manager himself he's managing his club that he played for, right? So just like Ollie, they're so happy and grateful
to be there, bro.
Yeah,
let Eddie Murphy come into America. I'm very happy to be here. That's what they say.
I'm excited to be here, and let's hope we win some trophies.
That's it,
Bro,
bro.
but we know we
Have you
know
watched
Jim
Coming
is
to? Has anybody watched Coming to America?
no.
No,
Oh, it's Eddie Murphy. And
Liverpool. What?
Wait,
Liverpool?
is that the guy? That's the guy that voiced Donkey, isn't it, in Shrek?
yeah,
It's him,
yeah.
isn't it?
And
Yeah,
in India, he goes to America and he goes, "I'm very happy to be here." This is Carrick and Ollie. They're very happy to be there because the company men, and they wouldn't call out the situation.
And I'm telling
think
you, Jim
yeah.
is happy as well because you know that Carrick is giving him some good blowjobs down there. Jim is happy as well. Jim is happy as well.
Oh,
Because you know, Carrick has gone to the other side, right? Carrick has gone to the
Oh,
other
come
side.
on, you're wild.
He's gone
he's
to
wild, man. You get banned.
You are
Carrick,
wild.
Carrick
You're
has
get
gone
banned.
to the other side
Nah.
because he has to be. He has to be
Shout out
grateful.
Big up, guys. Big up, Stephen. No,
Oh,
he's right though. I
Stephanie
mean, he's
Griffith,
right,
mate.
Khan.
You
Khan is
mean
right in a
Michael
way.
Griffith? Stephanie, what are you talking about? It's Michael.
Carrick is right. I mean, Khan is right in a way, but I wouldn't use those words. But what he's happy. He's happy because he knows, he knows that happy endings. Yeah, that's what happened. I hope it's a happy ending with Carrick. Well, not in that way, but United. But he knows
White top is coming out.
because he knows that they're not going to call out the team for bringing these shit players like Amrin did. They want this guy to say, "Look, we just give you these boys. You do what you have to do with them, and then if you don't win, we can sack you." And they'll win that way because as soon as the football starts, and this is what fans do as well. As soon as football starts, we switch off from Ineos and we go, "Oh, well, Carrick hasn't won Carrick's lost 2 or 3 games. He's not a good coach. Get rid of him." But they're not going to say. But they're not going to say. Sorry. Yeah, but they're not going to say, well, Ineos didn't give him good players to win.
Yeah.
And that's how they get away with. That's how they get away with every year because they're going to put everything onto Carrick, and I want Carrick to do well because he used to play for us. But this is why I don't want ex-legends to be
10 likes.
my manager.
I said to you, when we're saying
subs.
the stuff that we're doing, we're getting a lot of likes now. We got a lot of likes on that World Cup stream yesterday. We're getting a lot of likes here because we're saying some different stuff. There's no more fucking bullshit, Mr. Nice Guy stuff. We're just saying it as it is.
Yeah, this is
what's getting
exactly,
likes.
boys. This is the reason why I didn't really want legends as my manager because I don't want to keep having to be angry at a legend for losing games. You know what I mean?
But they're underqualified anyway. They're
underqualified. That's the thing. If you're bringing in qualified man who's a legend, yes, but you're bringing in underqualified guys and you're not backing them up to be somebody. You're giving them second-rate signings, trying to dress them up as great, and then expecting these boys to win your leagues and Premier Leagues with these boys, and they're not going to do it.
You know he's cheap as well because I've just seen a report that he's getting paid $4 million to be manager this season.
See?
So that's like 5-6 times less than the top managers are getting paid.
Yeah.
The top managers are getting paid $20-25 million. This guy's getting paid 4-5. So Jim is fucking swimming in that money as well.
Absolutely loving it. He sat there, with Carrick, loving it, absolutely loving it. We're putting Manchester back in Manchester,
Yeah, and I have to say, Carrick is selling us out as well in one way because why is he saying to the media he would happily take Rashford back? Rashford is a great player and he's got a great squad. It's not a great squad.
This is the PR.
What are you talking about?
This is the PR account. This is the PR that we're talking about, bro. This is why they have Carrick in there as company man. That's company man PR. That he's not going to go. You see, Carrick is not
learning on the job. This is not league. What's the shit league called? Championship, the one below Premier League. What's it called?
He's learning on the job. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, this isn't the fucking Championship or Sunday League. No.
You see, Steph. This is
United.
You see, Steph.
She's agreeing with us. She's saying
that. Yeah, exactly.
You see, Steph, this is what they're doing. You see, because
believe it's bullshit,
You see, Steph, this is what he's doing because he's company man, and this is what we're saying. He's company man, so he's not going to say, "Look, why are we bringing back Rashford for? He's failed for all his clubs. I don't want to start him. We're moving him out. We're going in this direction."
We keep giving lifelines to failure.
He's not going to say that because he's company man.
It's like Ray, you keep giving chances to the what's it called? To the bad guy in fucking Call of Duty or something. You keep giving lifelines to him. You know, no, I'm just giving an example. Like, you know, you're giving lifelines to the bad guys, but letting the good guys die.
Yeah, and they'll go shoot you in the back every single time.
Back.
And you know what I mean? You know, I would love if Carrick came up with it. You know, seriously, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, you're not lying. Yeah, they shoot you all the time. All the time shoot you, and you're wondering why you're getting shot. Yeah, you give bad guy, save the bad guy. You want to shoot.
And then we keep getting shot in the back because football clubs keep doing the same old crap.
Yeah, I would love for them to hire a renegade and do renegade stuff. Like, I would have loved if Carrick come out and goes, look, we don't want Rashford because we're going in a different situation. Rashford is sold.
Ray, I bet you if we hire a relegated manager, yeah, and we're heading to the relegation zone, these fans will still say we're heading in the right direction. I promise you. They will not be. I promise you, they will, because they say with Ruben Amorim we're heading to 15th. We were heading in the right direction with Ruben Amorim. These guys are going to say we're heading in the right direction if we're heading down. I promise you. I promise you. These guys are the biggest fucking PR merchants of this football.
Yeah, bro. They are.
You know why? Because when we finished third, that's the trophy for them. Oh, we finished third.
Yay,
we have nothing else to play for. So we finished third in a shit league, and what else will we have? Nothing.
If we finish third and win the FA Cup, I'll fucking celebrate that because it's a trophy with it.
Only in the first season. Second season, though, listen, we got to start winning Premier Leagues and stuff like that. Because listen, I get the next season Premier League is unlikely.
For it, I agree 100%.
Yeah, but season two, I hope you guys agree. Not this season, but the next one after. They gotta really be, winning that Premier League or getting close.
Challenging. You know what I mean?
Full season. I wouldn't say this is going to be his first full season with his own squad. Yeah,
this will be his first season, right? And he should be challenged. You should be finishing back in the Champions League, and then the next season you should be challenging at least.
Well, the top ones do. Mourinho did. Even Amorim tried it, but Amorim didn't get the ingredients he wanted, and it never worked out for him because he wanted to play a certain way. He didn't get the players for that, and then you saw what happened with them. But a lot of them do start it from the beginning, don't they?
To be fair, no manager rocks the boat until totally peed off. We're gone. Do they sign NDAs immediately? But what do you guys have to answer to that?
No, I just said right now. I mean, listen, a lot of the top managers are not like that. I mean, the Conte is saying it as it is at the start. Mourinho does. Amorim was as well from day one. So, but again, it's very well having that top manager, but you got to give them what they want. If you don't give them what they want, they will drown. They will sink.
Broski, I wish copyright didn't exist because I would have fucking played Conte's interview from before he got the sack for Tottenham.
When he cussed him out, called him out, and he did. And he's right.
That heated rant in a press conference, the one that he went off on the ownership and the club and the direction that they were going in. I want to replay that so.
But he was right though. Wasn't he not right? Wasn't he not right? They almost got relegated twice in 2 seasons. So he was right. He was right. He was right. Whatever he said. This is what I say. These company men, these are what they want because they don't want to do anything.
We fucked up with Conte as well because we got rid of Oli and we got a sport director as manager. That was a great idea as an interim, but he was available at that point, and he was even apparently there was reports in the media that he was frustrated how long Man U were taking, so he just went to Tottenham. So Tottenham were more decisive in getting Conte than we were. We could have got him, and Tottenham got rid of their manager a little bit after us because again our owners probably were scared of him or were so slow in getting things done. I think Conte would have been the perfect guy at that point of time because he would have really.
Exactly, bro. We could have a Klopp. We could have a Klopp, but we couldn't sell the project to him.
Probably they were too scared in the first place because he's going to cause problems, and we don't want to pay him the money. We'd rather pay the 5 million for a shit manager or some interim. That's what it comes down to. And even like Rangnick was getting some shit as well, but it's like, guys, he's a sport director. Why the fuck? And the club has said we're going to make him a consultant at the end of the season.
And they fired him because he called them out.
Yeah, but I've got a great idea.
And then they lied because Ten Hag sacked him.
Because he called him out.
But here's a great idea. Make him a consultant from day one and get a proper manager in. Simple as that. But they're doing it all this awkward way because they wanted to save money and all of this stuff. And I noticed all these other top, even these teams that are smaller than us, like Tottenham and Chelsea, they get the new manager straight away. They're not waiting around for this interim bullshit and writing off a season when, how low down were Chelsea when they got Tuchel in, and then they won the Champions League that same season.
Not very far. They weren't very far down.
I'm pretty sure they're quite low down the league. I'm pretty sure
they were like 6th or something. It wasn't even.
It was something like that. It was 6 or 7. But you see, the problem with Chelsea they got the wrong manager this time. They got Rusino.
No, it says here 9th in the league.
They were 9th, yeah. And they got Tuchel in, and boom, straight up.
They were 9th or 10th in the league, so they were very low, right? And we've sometimes sacked a manager when we're 6th, yeah. We've sometimes sacked a manager when we've been 6th, and we're bringing some interim who's not even qualified for that role. But Chelsea bought in Tuchel when they were 9th or 10th.
Boy, let me tell you, I am afraid because if Carrick doesn't do well, I know they're going to go get Van Nistelrooy again to be interim because he's club legend and mess about again. This is why Van Nistelrooy.
Oh
yeah, Rude will fix it. Yeah, okay.
you know they'll do that.
I don't think Ivory should have come in last season. I think it should have been Van Nistelrooy staying as interim, honestly. Because, bro, that just ruined everything.
No, I mean, they should have brought a manager in, but then backed them in that January that year.
That's what they should have done, mate. I mean, this is what I was saying, and this is what I said to fans when they were telling me, "Oh,
Dorgu was a good signing, but we didn't have a good window."
It's only one kid. It's only one kid. Compare it to how much Man City will sign in January, and they don't sign just the kids. They sign players that are already that good age.
They sign youth players as well.
What's that?
They sign youth players as well. It makes everything.
But what Man United do is we're in a worse position than them, but we sign less.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, that's the thing. Like, we're capable of making worse signings than a lot of clubs. Tottenham already signed better players than us, and they're in European football. That's what I'm trying
There's
to say.
also this lie that Ineos have had these great transfers.
It's a lie, man. It's a lie.
So that time we finished 15th. That summer where we got Bum, Xerxes, and all these players, and Mazraoui. Was that a good fight? Was that a good window? Then we finished 15th.
No way.
That was Ineos. That was Ineos.
Yeah. And I think Xerxes from the start, I was not convinced by him at all. But again, the fans are stupid. They see one or two cute passes and they're like, "Oh, he's so good." No, clearly you can tell he lacks the physicality for the Premier League.
Yep.
And people were hyping up Mazraoui so much as well because everyone else was really shit. No. But people were saying he was the best thing since sliced bread. He wasn't. He's just an average player. Let's be real here. He's just an average player.
Well, it's the same thing with you. It's the same thing with Santos and these boys, bro. They're hyping him up.
We should have kept
Delict as well. Sorry, Delict as well.
I know, and he was injury prone.
I actually agree. The fans that called Delict a Dutch Maguire, they're actually right, bro. What's so good about him? He's quite slow for like modern centre backs are quicker and more agile. He's quite slow, and he's always fucking injured. Look at his back; has now been fucked for ages. He basically missed all this time with a back injury.
No, King Khan, I will say this, bro. I think we should have kept Wan-Bissaka over signing Mazraoui. Seriously, we should have kept Wan-Bissaka.
Or we could have just signed someone better than Mazraoui.
Yeah, I agree. We just didn't do that, and we let Dalot have a field day with his starting.
Yeah, Dalot would have been gone essentially almost 10. Always 6-7 years ago. The other ones Luke Shaw would have been gone 10 years ago. But they're all still here because the owners clearly don't have the inclination to get rid of players quickly because it will cost them money.
Yeah.
That is what I said. This is what I said to the fans then when they were telling me, "Oh, when I told them it was luck. Luckily, it was luck that we finished third." They said, "Oh no, it's not luck." I said, "It is luck that we finished third, bro. It is luck because." We sat
and
the
an
manager.
easy situation as well.
Exactly, an easy situation, and it was luck. So,
players, there's something seriously wrong. It's this asset, but they ain't an asset. They aren't delivering for us. It's just get rid.
If we can shut
Yeah,
off managers,
100%. Of course, get rid. Of
well,
course,
what's that mean? If we can shut off managers,
if we
Okay,
can,
shit.
if we can shut off managers but not players, there's something seriously wrong.
Oh.
So, like, I think what she's trying to say is,
Oh, well, actually, is this like a guy with that name, or is it a girl? Sometimes they're trolling, aren't they?
Oh,
No, no,
Stephanie,
no.
no, Stephanie's good, man.
No,
She's
no.
she's
not.
around. She's
No,
around
it's
the
not a
channel.
guy. Because half the time you see them, half the time they're like guys, aren't they?
No, Stephanie's alright.
No. She's a proper red.
Yeah, she's probably
Yeah.
ready. Yeah.
Been a ref for a year.
The reality why they're doing this is it's all deliberate because the players cost more to get rid of, I presume. You know, getting rid if a manager says I want to get rid of 5-6 players like Mourinho did, they're not going to do it because they
No, they
want to
won't.
save that money. Man City will do it. Man City have done it multiple times. But you know, and this also comes down to when you don't sign the good players in the first place, you have to get rid of them as well. Just all these problems pile up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, they ain't gonna fix anything because they let it rot for so many years. For too many years, they've done nothing about it. It's just like the stadium.
It's not even. It's not metaphorical. Yeah, it's not metaphorical because they literally let the stadium rot.
The stadium
And
rot.
now
did.
they wanted
They did.
billions to build a new one, but why didn't they just spend a little bit of money in the short term to maintain the current one?
Exactly.
It's just like
They
a
should have been
car.
doing that.
It's like a car. You can maintain a car for 100 years if you wanted to. You change
Yeah.
the parts. But what they
Thank
did is just left it outside for it to rot. And now they're
Yep.
like, well, we need another billions from here. It's like, well, no, you're taking away the most famous thing about Manchester United, which is Old Trafford. Imagine if they did that to Anfield. It just wouldn't happen, and
Liverpool fans
it's
would be.
all because. And these owners are dumb, I think, because they've actually cost themselves more money because they're going to be spending billions on a new stadium when they could have just been maintaining the current one over the last 20 years, but they haven't been doing that.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, so now they're gonna have to buy a whole new big old thing when they could have just been doing the maintenance. I don't even know how they were allowed to have fucked up the stadium. Surely it's a safety issue as well. You know, if it's leaking water and stuff through, then surely it can, it can crumble soon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean everything you boys are saying is 100% true. What the owners have done.
I won't even have a proper goodbye to Old Trafford. We'll just let the stadium fall apart just like that one day.
They'll bulldoze it, and then that's it.
And a lot of the fans I've come across saying it's good if we have a fresh restart. I saw it on Sarcasm City as well. They were saying, yeah, we want to have a fresh restart.
Man. We're not restarting.
Bro, you can be owned by the same guys, bro.
Yeah,
you're not getting any restart.
I said the flawless. What are you talking about restart? What are you talking about? You're literally getting rid of what is a historical monument in Old Trafford. How can you do that? How can you do that? It's disgusting.
You're not restarting. You're
bowing down to the owners just for them to make a quick buck while ripping you off.
You're not restarting. You're regressing.
Yeah, because all that's going to happen is we've got rid of a massive part of the club just for the owners to make more money.
Yeah. There you go. But I think we'll wait. We'll wait for Ray to come back and make his last point, and I think we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah, sorry, boys. Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good, Ray. It's all good, man.
Yeah.
But
any more points on anything else? You guys want to point out something that we haven't pointed out today on today's show? You guys want to point out?
No, I just wanted to emphasize. To be honest, I just want to emphasize. I think 99.9% of his fan base is well, not 99, but let's say 95 have fallen hook, line, and sinker for some of these tactics that they have. They either say a player is too overpriced, or all this kind of bullshit. We can't get rid of these players. No, what you think is impossible is very possible. You pay the money for the top players. We have more money than any other. We have higher revenue and more fans than any other Premier League club. We can get rid of players. It's called terminating a contract. They did it with Ronaldo really quickly, and he was our highest paid player. So if they want to throw anyone under the bus, they could do it. But they want to keep the shit players here for as long as they can.
Broski, these guys are literally saying, "Oh, it's unrealistic. This is why expectations are like this, because unrealism from the fan base."
Is it unrealistic to win? Is it realistic to win 3 Premier Leagues in a row? Is that realistic? Yeah, but guess what? We fucking did it. Guess what?
No,
Yeah, but no. But guess what? We fucking did it because we did what was necessary. Now, the reason there's no excuse, there's no excuse for our club not to achieve that is we have all the ingredients for it.
Yeah.
We've got more fans and therefore higher revenue than any other Premier League club. It's easy for us to do this. We just have to actually spend the money and spend it on the right players, like the best players, to get the best players and bring them in. Simple.
Exactly, bro. Because
Simple.
It's only realistic if you're serious about challenging. It's not realistic if you're not serious about challenging. Simple as.
it's true, because people forget that other clubs are not going to stand still. You are hearing that Jeff Bezos, the Amazon guy, wants to take over Liverpool.
Jeff Bezos, you mean?
Bezos, yeah, he wants to take over Liverpool. So
that's not gonna happen, bro.
I know,
bro,
but
get us the Arabs, man. Get us the fucking oil money.
Ray. We were linked to having Apple as our fucking sponsor at one point. Don't forget.
Yeah, but you have to realize that other clubs are not going to and my point is the fans need to wake up a little bit and challenge the team, challenge the owners a bit more, because that's not being fooled by them, because nobody's standing still for letting United to come back. United has to force their way back. But what happened is these owners have turned us into Bolton, have turned us into Brighton, buy and sell and keep stuff.
Hey, Ray, guys, trust the process. Just trust the process.
Fuck the process. The process is dead. The process has been, and this is what I'm trying to tell fans. And we see them in the comment sections as well. Look, forget the process, bro. The process will get you nowhere.
Yeah, it's deja vu. How many processes have we had? Oh, rebuild here, rebuild here, rebuild here. Just the people that do it, just fucking do it. None of this. Oh, we're building. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Simple as that.
We're not winning the league this season, and we're not going to win the league next season, because these boys are just going to be messing about.
Ray, no. Let's have some fucking positivity, my friend. We're winning the league this year and next year and the year after next.
150th anniversary 2028. Ineos said the 150th anniversary in 2028. We want to win the league then, so I'm holding them to that.
Yeah,
I'm holding them to that.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm holding them to that.
If they don't win the league by 2028, mass protest must happen. Facts. 100% agree.
Yes.
Should have already happened. We should have already had riots, but
I bet you will be in the bottom half. I bet you will be in the bottom half of the table this time we're saying all this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look alike, man. This stuff it's kind of entertaining as well. It's kind of entertaining as well. Like,
chest, you know what I'm saying?
No. But I said this is a fucking circus. This club, like we we're 2-0 up. We're 2-0 up, and then 20 minutes later we've conceded like 3 goals. That's what this club has become. It didn't used to be like this. So we used to be like the A-star, the gold standard of the Premier League. But now, what it is just we are tuned into a season in November and we're 14th or 15th. So what it is, it's so bad that all you can do is it actually amuses you how bad it is. And it's also amusing because you know that the fans are doing nothing to fix it. So what can you do?
Because they're happy. Because bargain. We become bargain.
Yeah, we're just the lone guy shouting in the wind. That's it.
Happy clappers, bro. That's what they are.
Oh yeah. Everyone has been, not everyone, but I say most of the fans have now become bargain hunters, petty pitchers, accountants.
Bro, we saw 2 of them today here. 2 of them today we're giving fucking excuses. They're fucking here as well.
That is true. You see them.
Ray. They've become what do you call the Glazers pocket watchers as well.
Yeah, that's what we become, bro. And then it's like I can't believe it.
Unzipping their flies.
Online financial managers.
They're unzipping the Glazers flies. That's what they do.
I've never heard, if people told me that.
They're zipping up the pockets of the Glazers, bro. That's what they are.
That's what. If people told me that if I went back like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, people would said, look, in 20 years' time, United fans will be complaining about saving player wages. I would have laughed at you. I would have laughed at you.
Exactly.
But here we are doing it now. We've become Brighton.
These fans will be 15th in the league, and our players will take their shirt off, and they'll give them the shirt, and they'll literally put that shirt. the player will put that shirt, literally wipe their ass with it, and the players will smell it and go, roses. They go, roses. That's these fans,
No,
man.
no. Process, not roses.
Oh,
Process.
I'm getting whipped. I'm getting whipped. I'm getting whipped. It's the process. It's the process. From this whipping, I'm gonna come back stronger. I'm gonna come back stronger. Skin is gonna harden.
Listen, I understand why these owners have been here for so long.
It's because of these
I understand
fucking
now.
fans. It's because of these fucking fans.
It is. That's why they're there for so long, because they know
I hate our
how to
fan
play the
base.
game.
I hate our fan base almost as, you know what, I hate them actually more than the owners now, because the owners, the fans could change it, but they
The
don't.
bigger problem than the owners, mate. It's not even the owners. The fans are enabling it. They're the bigger problem.
Yeah, they give them the power. They give them the money. They make excuses for them. It's 14 years of failure, guys. How much more do you want? I don't understand. 14 years.
Bro, this is why I become a renegade fan, bro. I don't really I don't really be in those groups anymore. I've took myself out those groups now, because all they do is just be too happy about the situation and say, "Oh, I'm negative." No, let me be negative on my own.
I'll be real, G. I'll be real. To be honest, I look at the fans of these other clubs, and I wish we had fans like this.
Yeah.
For some reason, the fans of this club, I have to say it, they just seem to be happy with anything, and they have low standard. I don't understand how, because we're the most successful Premier League club ever.
How have we allowed Man City, who didn't win shit for 34 years, to come back and take
Do a treble?
34? You mean like most of their fucking history?
34 years, no trophies, broski. 34 years.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a league title. They hadn't won it since like what?
No, I know, but I'm saying 34 years was the thing that they hadn't won a single.
You know they were in the third league or fourth league, whatever, third or fourth,
Yeah,
like in the late
2008.
No, when we won the treble, they just got promoted to Division 1.
Exactly, and they were relegated in 2008, and they've come back, and we have allowed them to win a treble, and we've allowed Liverpool to tie us. And Liverpool, 13 years ago, was behind us, 2 titles behind us, and we have allowed them to do it.
And it's really easy how Man City did this as well. It's just one word answer how they did it. Really fucking easy. It's money. It's money. That's what they did. Yeah, exactly.
And Liverpool spent money too to win 2 titles.
But with Man City, especially that very dominant period that they had, they just spend more money than anyone else. Simple as that. Their wage bill even now eclipses any other club in the Premier League, and it has done for like the last 10, 15 years. So it's common sense.
And then what they're going to tell you? They're going to tell you, "Oh, go support them." That's what they're going to tell you. And it's like, bro, we sat here for 14 years and watched our rivals overtake us, and we're happy to be.
According to these indoctrinated fans, having standards makes us traitors. Having standards, wanting to actually win, not wanting to be losers that are down there, not winning Premier League titles and Champions Leagues, and not wanting to be in shitty Europa League. Apparently, that makes us fake fans. No, that makes us the best fans, because we only accept the top. We're not like you guys, where we're accepting the shit. No. Top or nothing. Simple as that.
They've been saying it for 2 years, my friend, on this channel. I've been saying it for 2 years since I started doing this channel.
What they're saying specifically?
It's pretty much something similar to what you're saying.
Yeah, bro. I don't see this in other fan bases so much, but in our fan base, it is just.
I see it too much in our fan base, bro. This is why I'm just disheartened, because we
have a transfer window, and we don't win anything. We don't win any titles, but they say we had an 8 out of 10 transfer window.
How?
Well, how'd you work that out? How was it 8 out of 10 when?
How?
Yeah, they keep saying stuff like that all the time. It's like, well, where's the Premier League title then? 8 out of 10. I'm expecting.
And the thing about it, Khan, is that we're not even like 2 points off the league. We always like 40 or 20 something points or 16 points out the bloody title.
And don't forget our cup performances as well.
Knocked out the first round.
Yeah.
But we had an 8 out of 10. You had an 8 out of 10, yeah. You had an 8 out of 10.
We should have been going for the cups, man.
I'm waiting for this Champions League run. I'm really waiting if there's going to be any run. Or it's going to stop at the group stage. I just want to see I want to see what's going to happen in this Champions League.
It's gonna be league
There's
phase.
nowhere to hide. Well, there's nowhere to hide with people like us, but the retarded fans will say, "Yeah, but it's our first year in Champions League and all this time. Don't worry, we finished near the bottom." Like, what are you guys talking about? You're talking
Exactly,
like we're
bro.
fucking Girona or some bullshit like that. No, this is Manchester United, royalty of the Premier
Bro, I
League.
bet you the Ajax fans were protesting against the club when they finished near rock bottom in the league phase. Remember that one in Europe? Ajax fans were probably protesting, mate. They
And yet,
probably got
Man U fans will say we need to acclimatize to the Champions League.
what a climb.
It's like this window. People are saying, "Oh yeah, you've done a brilliant job." I mean, bro, we've only signed 2 outfield players.
The same
Ooh.
Champions League, the same
Yeah,
UEFA League that we don't
B
sign
League players as well.
The
Yeah,
same, bro, it's the same UEFA Champions League. Man United refused to sign players, and the one that every time we qualify for, that's the aim of our football club, no?
Mm.
That's the aim for our club. We qualify for the Champions League. We don't spend money. I said this to Ray so many times on lives. I've said this that every time we qualify for the Champions League, we never spend big money. We always
No.
sign on. And then
Because that
every year when the Europa
100
League,
million. Yeah.
No, you know why? It's because these guys' aims is to get back into the Champions League. That's why. And don't care.
No, but because when you qualify for the Champions League, you get 100 million. Now these cunts that we call owners are like, wow, we've got 100 million. Time to make a new mattress out of that money. That's all they're doing. They're just pocketing that money.
exactly.
And saying thank you, mate. Thanks for that 100 million. Let's share it out. Let's play some poker amongst us, even.
Guys, the year before last, Manchester United went and built a new tunnel with the money that they fucking got. Built a new tunnel to walk out in instead of fucking signing big players that will help us get back to where we need to be.
What's the point of a tunnel if the actual stadium is rotting, though? I don't understand. It's almost like these satanic people that are in charge of our club.
Exactly. Why are we building a new tunnel? Why are we building a tunnel that's going to help us, do fuck all with it?
Oh, I've got a car, but it's rotting and it's got rust issues, but I'm going to put the best tires on it.
You know what I mean?
Make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, Dunlop, you got good tires, man. Send it over to me. Jeez.
Yeah, and the engine doesn't fucking work. It's like, what are you talking about here? It just makes no sense. And I almost think sometimes that actually genuinely the owners generally want to fuck up the club, and they're just some satanic fucking people.
They already have, mate. They already have fucked up the
club. Bro, they're all those war people as well. They're all those war kissers. That's who they are, and they fucking look like it too. They literally look like Mr. Burns.
They are,
Mr. Burns in The Simpsons. The owners look like a caricature of evil, scummy reptilian motherfuckers. No, I know they are. I know they actually are the war kissing type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Anyway, boys, my last thoughts before we wrap it up. Yeah, my last thoughts is with this owner, it's only going to get worse because the fans this summer has opened up my eyes. The fans are indoctrinated into believing that we're Bolton because we can't we shouldn't be paying any wages out. We shouldn't be going for the best players. We should be going for the B class players. And I mean, this is exactly what small market B teams do. They'll go for the bench players of other clubs, and they'll probably go and play cheap release courses of other clubs and big up the signings. And yeah,
Santos is a top player.
I see. Yeah, that's what they'll tell you. He's a top player, and your boy's a negative and all this.
He's fucking shit. He's just the bench warmer. That's it.
This season, I'm worried about it. I'm not on copism. I'm on hopism. I'm just sucking on the hopism, hoping that Carrick can pull some sort of miracle. And if not, I wouldn't even lose my cool if we was shit in the season, because I would say, well, yeah, you have a shit summer. Because my mum always said, you fail to prepare to fail. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Groundhog Day.
I'm spot on as always. But last thoughts before we go? Any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Yeah, but just saying all this stuff as well. Yeah, it's just Groundhog Day. I've said it before. Listen, we're not gonna win Premier League titles and Champions League with this ownership. Simple as that. You better kiss the fucking stars that somehow they can't get the stadium off the ground, because the moment they do, it's time to run to Real Madrid. We're all running to Real Madrid because I'm
And I'll have my shirt ready.
I'm being straight with everyone here. I don't care about this whole loyalty shit. Because I'm sorry, but I'm not wasting like 2-3 decades of fucking failure. And I've already been waiting here for like 15 years of bullshit almost.
Exactly, bro. That's
14 years of
half a
bullshit.
life.
Yeah, 14 years of bullshit. If it's another 14 years, that's 30 years. I'm sorry, I'm not waiting there. I'm going to Real Madrid, and I'm getting off this sinking ship. We're on the last, the Titanic is 1 meter above the water. That's where we are. Any lower, I'm getting off.
Yep.
United, your boy ain't going anywhere. Don't worry. But listen, we are gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for new rounds here. Also, make sure you guys turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any upload, you don't miss a live, you don't miss all the content. 2 more subs to 670. King Khan, you want to shout out your Instagram as well? Ray, shout out his already. You want to shout out your Instagram? Then I've already put the link in the chat, and then I'll put it in the description of the video as well.
I sent you the screenshot. I sent you the screenshot. Just write out whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah,
I don't really use it that much, but just write whatever the thing it was. Yeah.
Okay.
But I gotta say, Carrick out, Santos out. Oh, I need them all out. Carrick out, Santos out, Jim out, Glazers out, Wall Kissers out. Simple as that.
Ray, do you want to shout out anything, or you're?
Well, I think I've shouted it out in the past, but yeah, again, it's in the description. Follow the United Hub. And yeah, I'm not Carrick out, but I'm definitely Ineos out. The bullshit signings out. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Just yeah, man, out.
Bullshit
signings
out. Bro, we know Santos is shit, bro. Everyone knows it. No one ever fucking heard of him.
Exactly, man. You know what I mean?
Santa Claus.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Barlow.
No one lie. Santos looked a bit out of shape as well in that first preseason game.
You see what I'm saying? He's been sat on the bench eating more. That's what he's been doing.
He's Santa Claus. He's Santa Claus, man. He's not Santos. He's Santa Claus. He's Father fucking Christmas.
Oh God!
The overweight man. He's gonna end up like another Anderson. You know, Anderson.
I hope he comes good. We all hope he comes good.
We hope so.
It's not looking good at the moment.
Yeah, but he's fucking shit though, bro. He is shit.
Anyways, we hope he's not fucking shit. That's the thing. We all hope he isn't.
Yeah, but he's Santa Claus, man. But he's Santa. He's not Santos. He's Santa. You know what? Santa's got a big belly and he wears red. He's gonna be wearing red, right?
True.
He's gonna be wearing red, and he's got a big old belly. I don't know who his little reindeer are gonna be. I don't know who the little reindeer. Maybe get Garnacho as one of the reindeer.
Man, listen. Christmas time is fast approaching us in 4 months. So make sure you guys, like I said, support the channel. Let's get to 1K by the end of the year. Yeah. Let's get to 1K. That'll be the best Christmas present I can probably get at the end of the year. So guys, you already know what to do. You already know the drill. See you guys on Friday for another Red Army Rant pod. We're gonna preview the Rosenborg game. Ray, I'll see you on Friday.
See you on Friday, mate. Yep.
As well. Follow the lads. Links pinned in the chat. 2 subs to 670, and 32 subs to 700. Guys, we're out. Glazers the fuck out. Ineos the fuck out.
Yep.
Carrick out.
I'm out as well.